Looks like my gut instinct to follow the money was fruitful, I guess. I mean, I found something, but I don't know if it actually fucking answers anything. You see, you work this beat long enough, and you can pick out a hit. And that Reginald guy looks like he caught one for sure, but man, I don't know about Malik. If that was a hit, then it turned into a shit show in a hurry. But who would have ordered it, though? The keyrim board seems pretty stable lately, and Elder Tower seems, well, distracted by something. Then I started following the cash. I didn't think there was anything there at first, but turns out Wyatt's been shuffling a lot of cash around. But he's not hiring muscle or getting mercs. He's buying up a bunch of antiques, hiring a small army of personal dealers. He's looking for something. And judging by the fact that a shell company that he's part owner of just bought a new facility, it's a safe bet that I know where he's gonna go keeping it.
So it's Tuesday night. You guys have settled the house, gone back to your sort of like started shifting out, going back to where you need to go. And so basically after our episode recap, the camera's going to cut to like not you guys. It's going to be a workshop that we have seen before because it's Wyatt's workshop. He's standing over a table working on things. And it seems like he's having a conversation with somebody. So Wyatt is sitting there over this kind of like mechanical man, hands kind of deep inside of his chest.
That's hard.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like right in the skin.
Yeah, no, mechanical man. So it's through metal. And a voice kind of from like off camera, basically, will say to him, I feel like you're giving them too much of a leash on this. It's too important. Just trust to these people. Wyatt, not even really remotely paying attention to the guy, sort of turns back, like, keeps going on, is like, listen. Wyatt is not, no. Wyatt goes, listen, I've done this before. This isn't my first rodeo. And if you're going to put your faith in me now, then we're doing things my way. I'm more than welcome to listen to your input, but this is still my project. And so the camera kind of pans out a little bit, and there's like a kind of like a red glow in the kind of corner that Wyatt's actively not paying attention to, and the voice from that corner is going to be like, we'll see how this works out. And then we cut back to you guys. So how Seer, the week is just burning away. How are you feeling?
Stressed.
Okay, good.
There's not really a change.
Okay.
We don't really have any leads based on this house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just hoping that Tessa figures out something in her meeting on Wednesday.
That's fair.
I mean, I could take the
I mean, I can still take the arc. I think I was going to take the arcane sigil.
You're gonna go home
I
and
was
study
going
it.
over to. Well, I could take it to the Temple of Morden. And talk to Roger.
Oh, okay, cool. We may have worked that out. I just don't
Yeah,
remember.
I don't remember I'm going to plan to do that now because that seems like a reasonable thing to do.
Okay, cool. I got one short thing. I got one short housekeeping thing I gotta take care of because I forgot to mention this last time.
You do that thing.
Cora,
God damn it.
when you show up at your apartment, like Oda's like not in your apartment because they don't have like a key, and they could get in.
They could.
But they feel like that's rude.
Thank
They're
you.
gonna be like down in the lobby and they're gonna be like, hey.
Hey.
So I'm not.
Hey.
We had a meeting tonight and it was decided that I maybe shouldn't go to work for a while.
Oh.
So.
The Sands group?
Yeah.
They work
I mean,
for
I'm
the
not.
Sands?
I didn't get kicked out. I'm fine, but
He might
I'm
be
just-
dead tomorrow.
No, it's just they feel like maybe I should have a slightly less public role for a little while after this weekend.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry that this is happening.
that's fine. It happens.
Um.
So I just wanted when I don't show up to work tomorrow, I didn't want you to be like confused.
I mean, I'm gonna be bummed, but
Mm-hmm. That's right. I'm kind of bummed. That's what you do.
well, clearly I'm going to my apartment. Do you want to come to my apartment?
Yes.
Yeah, you're really sad.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
So sad.
All right, cool. That's out of the way. I meant to mention that last time,
That
like
they're
in
not
a better
working right
scene.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Oda mentions that probably tomorrow we need to talk to the group because the Saiyans have opinions on this whole situation.
Oh, great.
So, okay. Now we're on to you, Warren. Sorry. I need to get that out of the way because I meant to mention all of that last time and just spaced on it.
Sure.
So, I found my tablet though, so now I can like actively have notes,
Nice.
like my actual notes. So, okay, so, also we're just gonna assume you got that armor.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait. Shit.
You don't know
she
yet.
got different armor.
Oh yeah,
You'll
right,
see.
right.
It was gonna be a surprise, Brian.
Okay.
Well, you told me. I mean,
Oh.
Shut up, y'all. Just act surprised.
Yeah.
when it comes
look,
time,
it's not.
okay?
It's not like you sent us all an actual picture of your character. Not in fancy.
Yeah, but we talk about her fancy ass armor all the time.
Yeah.
Fancy ant armor.
Fancy ass armor. Anyway, go ahead.
Armor. It's
Yeah.
either armor for ants or armor constructed out
Oh,
of
I,
ants.
I like that.
Ant-Man.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
how. That's how.
Yeah.
Millions and
Millions of tiny ants.
New character.
It's like
concept.
million ants from Rick and
Ant-Man.
Morty. Like
Druid.
I like your concept
It's
better
a-
than the character whose armor is literally made out of ants. That's not okay.
that could be really cool though.
No.
Yeah. No. I'm cool with
anyways.
that. I'm down with that.
Sigil.
A druid
So
swarm
it's
or something?
it's Wednesday morning. I imagine you're gonna head down there before the bar opens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Broderick is. He like nothing's really going on. He's just in his office. It's early. He's like drinking coffee.
Look, a
sort
lot
of
of the
lightly-
patronage comes back by like after they're drunk at the bar. They just want to fight, but they want to do it legally. So
Well, I mean, lots of people are at work too, so like it's not. It's it's Wednesday. It's the morning. It's not like you guys are like there's an active service or anything happening. He's just kind of like reading the newspaper and drinking coffee when you come in.
Sure.
He's like, oh, Oren, are you okay? Because you keep coming in a lot.
Look, a lot of weird shit's happening. A lot of weird shit's going down.
Or like he's like he kind of gets serious at this. Like, are you okay? Like,
Oh, no,
are you
I'm
legitimately
cool.
okay?
No,
Okay.
I'm cool. Like,
All right.
Like, you remember how I've been, when I was still in the academy.
Yeah.
No, that's not the right word for the school that teaches clerics.
Good
We'll
job.
call it that.
Good job, Danielle.
No,
Good
but-
job.
yeah, the seminary.
Seminary. Yeah, sure.
The college or whatever.
I poured them on
Like you remember when I was in the college, I had this sort of fascination with like the Arcana and trying to like.
Yeah.
Y'all think I'm crazy? Got
I don't
it.
think you're crazy.
It's fine.
Listen,
But the point is,
listen. We've all got our own paths.
look, I
Yours
get
is
it.
just one I'm not familiar
I know
with.
we're like we're a fighty religion. You don't like magic. That's fine. Either way, so the group that I've been doing some like odd jobs with, we came across this residence out in I guess I describe which area of the city it's in.
Yeah. We'll go,
And this was probably the most like this was definitely the most like demonic kind of area, like kind of stuff that I've had to deal with like personally. You know, because when I worked as a guard in Elder Tower, you know, we didn't really deal with a lot of this stuff. Like demons are kind of a more religious side, divine side thing.
Right.
And
Wait.
not divine side, but
wait. You encounter like actual demons?
No. But here, so I pull out my book, my notebook, and I show him this sigil that seems that seems to be like I recognize this symbol from like, you know, like what I learned at the seminary. Like there's parts of the sigil are clearly, you know, sigil for Demeter. What was the name?
Dissipator.
For Dissipator.
This is fine.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. For this demon, but you know, there are parts of it that are clearly like from my other ones arcane.
Right. Yeah. I can
now. Now, like, so this sigil, and I basically tell him the whole story. Like, the sigil was on the altar. The altar looked like this. You know, there was I did detect magic. He knows that too. It's a cleric spell, and so he can trust it. Yeah. It's necrotic, and so I'm like, so do you have any thoughts on this? Like, you know, I need a little bit more like higher clerical guidance on this, because I think there's some. This is definitely a little bit outside of my scope of what I know right now.
So he takes like the notebook from you and he looks over it. And he's like, "Now, I only give you so much information on this because only half of this I really only half of this I understand. But let me take a look at it here real quick."
His face melts. and his face melts. He rolled a 1. His face melts.
Just full or fucking
yeah.
Temple of Doom.
No.
Temple of Doom.
No.
Then I come back to our group and I'm like, guys, don't look at the sigil.
Lost art.
Okay, thank you.
It's okay. I haven't seen any of them.
Whippersnappers.
I had a long night last night.
That's fair.
Our DM definitely didn't get pulled over. Get arrested.
Definitely did not.
Totally did not
go to
happen.
jail.
Anyways, continue.
Aren't you so excited to cut all of this out?
No, it's fine. So he looks at it for a while and he's like, to be perfectly honest, I don't have, I wasn't terribly, I was like you, we sort of were in the more punchy fighty group of the keepers. But I can give you this, and he gets up and he pulls out like a book, and basically it's like a book on it's kind of like a almost like a research tome on like the 9 hells.
Yeah.
He's like, this, I don't have a whole lot of information for you, but this can maybe help you out. Like this is sort of what when we're trying to keep when we're like studying like demons or cults, this is sort of the 101 book for it. So this
Demons and cults for dummies.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
It costs you $250, or you can buy one used for $4. So
that's only 2 years out of date.
Yeah, exactly. It's mostly fun.
And your professor's the one who wrote it.
Yes.
Yeah, and it does like it's supposed to have a CD-ROM and it just doesn't. The college, am I right?
Too real.
But yeah, he gives you the book. When you if you want to go ahead and like push further into this, basically the book's function is like when you go to like sit down and study this hard, you'll have advantage on that roll when we do the study.
Okay.
He did not he could have given you more information. He did not do
Sure,
well.
that's fine. That's fine.
That was a bad I made a bad face because that was a bad roll.
Right. Okay, so I don't have any. So after this meeting, I guess I will ask him so in your time in the keepers, or working with the keepers, like, did you like the keepers deal with necromantic
Yeah.
activity? Like that's their prime goal is to deal
Yeah,
with
yeah.
necromantic activity.
Like, if some weird demon cult pops up, we're also going to get into
Right.
that.
So that was
yeah.
my question. Like, do they also like? Did you come across demonic cults? Like maybe not necessarily necromantic, but demonic cults, and particularly any of this demon.
I mean, I wasn't a field agent for super long. I got into teaching pretty quickly because it wasn't my, like, the agent thing was not my bag. But I mean, they pop up from time to time. Typically we can nip them in the bud because most people are really, I mean, we have good intelligence.
Okay.
So, like, most of the time we can nip it into the bud before it becomes an issue. That I've not heard anything about that house though. Like, that is not like I have a good feeling that if agents went into that house, they passed through my classroom at some point, and I would have heard about it. So I don't know any, like, I ain't heard no stories about that at all.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna assume that basically takes between that and the travel time takes most of my morning.
Yeah, it's probably about time to start opening the bar.
I'm going to and I'm gonna plan that, like, the next day I actually want to get into contact with my contacts at Elder Tower to talk about the arcane aspects of this. Yeah,
Okay.
That's
You also have a resource in your house.
well, but since she's been less than helpful lately on a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of waned on the, hey, this is a huge magical resource. I'm just kind of like, it's just a rock that talks.
It's a sassy rock that.
Look,
Okay.
guys, potatoes are rotten.
yeah.
Still the
Look,
clapping
listen,
and
guys,
starting
we
with
just
damn it
talked
is
about
great.
food for 15 minutes.
The big clap and starting with damn.
The point is, I
Yeah.
hate everything apparently. So
yeah. We determined after 15 minutes that Andrew doesn't like food.
Andrew needs
yeah.
to walk to the Mason-Dixon
I guess
line,
so.
cross over it.
Get the
However-
fuck out the south.
However, Andrew does like cheesecake, and that automatically puts him above every other boyfriend that I've had.
That's
So.
fair. Cool.
Cheesecake is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So you're gonna research your thing at some point.
Yes.
Probably maybe later tonight, or call in a favor with
I-
it's gonna be different getting your you need
It'll take a while to get
Yeah.
my favor called in or to talk to
yeah
someone
because you
else,
don't
Tyler. But
because they feel like they're pretty even with you at this
oh no,
point.
no!
Yeah.
At this point, it's like an interesting discussion. It's not necessarily a favor.
That's
It's
true,
just
that's
like,
true.
hey, have you seen this interesting thing?
Okay, I can deal with that.
But no, I'm not bringing this up with Awakening.
One last thing, and then we'll go to Tessa's meeting at the library.
oh boy.
It's gonna be great.
Actually, two last things.
You got to do really good,
So,
Tessa.
one
You have no
is
leads.
Cora. It's your work day, and
Yeah.
it's about the time when Odo would come in for their usual meeting. Somebody else shows up.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. I'm glad that they came to tell me that would happen.
It's a tall, half-elven woman.
Okay.
So where Odo wears a nice suit, but not like an overly nice suit, because Odo doesn't like to put on airs because of the dance party. This lady is in a dress with like a little cardigan over it, but the dress is like if an entire dress was made out of like e-ink, like an e-ink display, and it's constantly changing. So like it will shift from like a floral pattern to a geometric pattern to like kind of like a cool like print going around the bottom, and it'll just kind of cycle through things. And she comes up to your desk. Andrew's getting ice cream. He's so happy.
so good.
I'm sorry.
Falling apart, guys.
I made these fried pies, and you just won't.
They are delicious fried
They're real good
pies.
fried pies.
Love me. We just said they're delicious.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, she comes up to your desk. She introduces herself as Wilhelmina Comer.
Okay. That's a very normal name for an elf. I'm not going to say that to
No,
her.
she's a
but...
half elf.
Okay.
Yeah, they're allowed to have normal names.
They're allowed to have
Okay.
normal names. Yeah. She kind of like leans onto your desk, like I am here to have a meeting today, kind of bring everybody up to speed on what we're needing to do.
Can
Party-wise?
I check the calendar? Is she already on the calendar?
Oh, I'm here taking Odo's place today. They're not going to be able to make it in. They're not feeling well, and Also, I think they need to go out of town and deal with a family emergency or something.
Oh, what a surprise! How strange.
Literally all of the excuses at once.
Also, they're dead.
Grandma died, the dog
They've
died.
got a really bad stomach virus. They're gonna have to have a root canal.
To fix the stomach virus.
And now they have no feet.
Well, I hope they feel better. Yeah.
When can I get in?
Oh. Let me check the calendar.
Anytime you
Just gonna.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's a thing that happened.
What were you miming there, Emmy?
Like just slapping the keyboard like a trout out of water.
Do we have no keyboard?
We have no computers.
Just slap the calendar book.
Oh, you see, that would have been good information to have. You see, at my fucking job, we have a computer.
You don't have a calendar. No, we don't. We never had computers.
This is steampunk magic.
Then I flipped the pages very heartily.
Okay.
The closest thing in this world to a computer is in his basement.
Yeah.
Oh, his
His
soft
guest room.
And it
floor.
kind of hates me, so.
Yeah. Kind of hates all of us, to be honest.
Yeah, there. I'm doing that.
Sound effects.
Like, very much
Good.
like.
Good Foley work, guys.
I was miming a trout smashing around on a keyboard. That doesn't exist.
Okay. But yeah, so the rest of the day kind of goes normal. Just Wilhelmina generally kind of cold toward you, but like immediately like turns on the charm when your boss shows up.
Are you gonna
like
use
she's
that on Bryan?
she's
No.
really good with
Just
her
clean
bot.
it.
With her bot, like she's really good at peopling.
Okay. You don't have to eat that if you don't want
Oh.
No, I definitely do.
Oh no.
Okay,
It's definitely covered in cinnamon.
and then you got anything else?
Well, I was gonna ask. I guess I can't. I was gonna ask if I could use the magic internet or whatever, fantasy internet, to like research the thing that we like. If I could use anything or have Odo, since they're currently probably
Yeah, Odo
jobless
can
and
do. Odo can
sitting
do
on
that.
my couch.
Like
I assume Odo
Odo's already
like,
doing that. Yeah, like.
I picture Odo in like wife beater and boxers, just like on my bed, like this sucks.
That's
Just
what they're into.
Really, I like the idea of just Odo still asleep. Like they're just like, just like
this is
their weird blue hair just like all over the pillow. You're like,
Oh, this is
kind of
great.
like actual Bryan.
Yeah.
Right.
Actual
Actual cannibal Bryan Baker.
But yeah, Odo can do some research while you're.
Can I employ my significant other to work for me?
Yeah, they can do that for you. One last thing, one quick thing.
I want to point out for the folks listening at home that that Seshmir here is actually polishing a real life crossbow, full sized at the table.
He was doing
It's a little
bow
threatening.
It's a very nice crossbow.
I don't feel threatened by it. I just feel normal.
Did you get some chest
Like
armor
just-
so you don't
like
injure
just us
yourself with
things.
your
Yeah, that is kind of an us
crossbow?
thing. I just found it really amusing because it's like on this
lot
side
of
gaming,
people
on
love
this side
Oh,
mildly
dude.
threatening.
But Seshmir,
Yes.
what time does what are your like? Do you have office hours posted on your office
Yes.
window? Okay. So when you're supposed to wake up or open
It's also
up,
posted on my bar's front door.
it's like a little corner.
With the address, yeah.
So when you're kind of like at the start of your office hours, like in typical noir style, a form appears on the other side of the frosted glass and knocks.
Okay.
So you let them in.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I go
So
in
they
and
in
out
a
the
long
door.
red dress, as
It's
noir
it's
style
that
works.
fella from where you were proselytizing in the park.
Oh.
Same guy, tall guy, kind of has tan skin, but he's got like a young face, but his skin looks old. He kind of looks like he's a human dude, but he looks stretched out. But not like creepily stretched out like an alien or something. Just like he's a
Oh,
tall
hope
guy,
not.
but he doesn't look like he's not like he's just kind of a stretchy tall guy.
Okay.
We're talking like the tall man from
Sounds like River.
Phantasm, or
Like
Sure.
Gumby, Mr. Fantastic.
No, just like, have you ever seen people who are like, not just tall guys, but like they look like a normal sized human that you stretched up to
Isn't
that
our-
size?
Shannon,
Isn't our
think
current
about
king
the
like
type
that?
of man
Yes.
I usually date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember Tavish?
like His Majesty.
Yes.
So like His Majesty.
Yeah. So the so he kind of comes in. He's like, "Hi, I don't mean to bother you or anything like that."
Oh, no, please, come in and have a seat.
And so he's still got like that pamphlet. He kind of comes in, he sits down at your desk and everything. So I really enjoyed the pamphlet, and I spoke with I kind of had a talk with some of my friends last night when we had dinner.
Mm-hmm.
They were also very interested. We didn't know if you did if there's any sort of we're aware there's probably not a formal church but do we do any meetings or anything like that?
Not yet. You're actually the first person I've had who's actually expressed any interest.
That's really surprising because I did some research. I went to the library, did some independent research on my own, and it's one of those things where it's that's not it's part of the creation myth, but it's not
Did you really? What text did you consult where you found any information?
It was more of a history book that was talking about the origins of the gods, because I knew from just general stories that that talk about the betrayer gods killing the forgotten mother and everything. Sure. But I didn't know a whole lot about it because they just kind of it's things when you're in school they just kind of go over. It's whatever. But,
right. Yeah.
So. But I was, we were
I
all...
remember that class.
Yeah. But we were all very interested, and we didn't know if you, we were more... We wanted more information, I guess.
Well, that's a wonderful thing to hear. I will see what I can do to start setting something up.
Oh, awesome. And so, he, shakes your hand.
Such moves a cult.
Can I get some contact information for you?
Oh, yeah. So he writes down, his, basically his address so you can send him a letter. He doesn't have,
The freezer is not closed all the way.
Oh. That is hella useful.
Yes, it is.
So he writes down, kind of his address for you. Because he doesn't he can't afford to give you a key to get to him.
Oh no,
it's a little more pricey than he's interested in. But otherwise, you guys can sit there and have a little bit of a conversation or what have you. But he's gonna pop out. He doesn't give you he didn't give you his friends' addresses because they're not here. He doesn't want to give you somebody else's address.
No, that's totally legit.
But just give if you decide to have meetings, we're very interested. So.
All right. I'll see what I can set up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Tessa, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, Tessa,
Here's
you
Tessa.
had a meeting with a man who I named.
Weston Deering, the archive. The
that sounds like a nerdy professor guy.
Sure does.
Sweet. That's probably why I picked that name. Okay, so you come to Weston's office. He's on the third floor of the library. And that's sort of what we'll call that the administrative floor, because he's not the only guy who has an office up there. Mm-hmm. And he is not just a librarian, but he's that guy who has the office in the library, but he's a professor.
Right.
Because he's an archivist, he does history stuff and things like that. He doesn't have a secretary because he's just a professor. Mm-hmm. But his door is open, you just see him reading, he's literally just combination reading through things and grading a paper.
Okay.
So he's he's a half orc guy, older. He's he definitely would have the weird bald patch on top of his head if he didn't just go ahead and shave the rest of his head. He's got kind of a scruffy salt and pepper beard thing going on. He's got a pair of glasses while he's reading and everything. Just in he's in a suit. He doesn't have his suit jacket on. He's got his sleeves rolled up. He's wearing suspenders and a bow tie. Mm-hmm. I see Andrew rolling his eyes at my bow tie wearing half orc.
I rolled my eyes.
Oh, I thought you
didn't
did.
See you.
Okay. And so he's he's just doing stuff when you come in. He just assumes he's just in a minute we'll go over whatever grading issue you have. He's not paying attention. He just assumes you're a student.
Don't you know who I am?
No.
That's up in the posters.
Weston Deering.
Miss Blackmore. Hi. Sorry about that. I was kind of doing my own thing. Oh, what do I owe the pleasure?
Please just call me Tessa.
Okay.
Amongst colleagues.
Right.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Tessa hates this shit.
Okay.
So, I am researching some incidents that happened, and however many years ago the incident with Ice Fall.
Yes, I think I said it somewhere in the ballpark of 15 years ago.
some incidents that happened about 15 years ago. We're looking into tactics that were used against the undead in order to further hone our skills as keepers.
Okay.
In order to make us a more effective fighting force. Someone suggested that I look into an item in the archives called lot number, and then I rattle off the
Yeah, the number. That's fine. Yeah. So he's come have a seat. He kind of he's looking around, like he's got like really like he's got like a ton of bookcases in here. He's like, okay. And so he gets up and kind of comes on like a little step stool and pulls out a book. It's like, okay, you said 15 years ago?
Yes.
What was the? So did we? Like, what was the context? Because that'll help me better find the incident, so I can give you a little bit better information.
A group of necromancers here in the city, and I name I's father, who was deployed and killed during the time.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me take a look. He starts flipping through the book. Okay. Like if we lost a soldier, and it'll be a little easier to find because we don't lose a whole lot of folk. It's like, okay, here we go. Whew, okay, they just redacted the hell out of this one. Okay.
I have seen the file. I looked at the file. However, I'm told that there is also there are items of some sort stored in the archives. Really?
Well, we don't store that. Like we have an evidence locker essentially. I mean, for the most part, if we get something that's magical, if it gives off some like bad vibes, we'll document it. We'll document what it does, and then we'll usually destroy it because we're not in the business of keeping weapons that.
Oh, of course. Of course.
But we do occasionally keep if it's a mundane item or specifically we'll archive if they're worshiping some kind of particular betrayer god or a demon from the Nine Hells. We'll keep holy symbols on file essentially so we can cross-reference them later if something comes up.
I am told that this particular group were worshiping. What was his name?
Dispater.
We're worshiping Dispater.
Okay. That would make sense off of what they have in here. They I'm sure I can get a hold of the not redacted copy of the file if I pushed for it.
That would
be. I don't keep the not redacted ones on the shelf.
Indeed.
So
of course you don't need to.
Yeah, it would be. It'll. I really wish I could. Yeah. I know that they've moved. They moved the evidence. We had it in the basement here, but the archive got too big, so we needed this. We basically put the stacks downstairs. When we moved the stacks downstairs about 6 years ago, we moved the evidence locker, and they were supposed to be when they were supposed to be building that. They were supposed to be building a secondary campus at some point. We were going to house it there, but development projects.
So how do I need to go about? First off, finding the unredacted file, and also finding this lot, whatever it might be.
I'll have to get the unredacted file for you. I don't know if they'll I don't know if you necessarily have the clearance. I know I do.
I feel like I might have the clearance.
I mean, I can I'll tell them it's for the program that you're doing, but typically you could probably get the clearance, but I imagine you don't want to wait a month and a half while they do all the bullshit paperwork that we have to go through for this.
Could we just use your clearance?
Yeah, I'll get the file for you. It doesn't.
That would be great.
I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything crazy in here. If we need to, if we've got, we run into cults on occasion, we probably need better cult training, because half my students are cults. Normally, so...
Right. I just want to make sure that we don't lose any of our fine young people.
But yeah, I can get that. I can get that info
or
for
our
you.
Why do we gotta separate it? People are people.
But yeah, if you want to you want to swing back by my office like tomorrow or something, I could probably have the file.
Ooh, I don't know. Is there? Because that's Thursday. I was
It is
really
Thursday.
hoping to have this wrapped up, and to be able to really give this the time that it deserves. I don't know if there's any way that we could just go pull that lot. Do you have a moment? Is it far?
It's not like far.
We'll do your grading for you.
Listen,
That's a big.
to speed him up, we need to roll. Okay.
Okay.
But how? So, are you just gonna ask him to do it? Because you can ask him to do it and try and charm your way into it. But you can use other avenues if you want to
Right.
try and subtly persuade him either monetarily or some other way. That could definitely
You can
help that
intimidate
roll.
him.
I don't want
Don't
to
intimidate
Do not
him, please.
intimidate
That's
him.
not going to work well.
Seduce him.
So what I'm gonna.
Is
what
that
I'm-
two?
No, I'm not gonna seduce
You
them.
should do that one.
God.
There are lots of
I'm
options.
under the
dating
I'm
on.
under the impression that's not what the paladins usually do in the party.
Is there
Not normally.
is there anything on my end that I could do to
She says, well,
speed this process along a little bit? Maybe by this afternoon.
Her plate armored.
You'll need Jesus.
Listen,
I mean, you can't really like lift and separate in plate armor, so there's not really
I tell you what,
Like-
I would really prefer to. You can't you can't unbutton the top.
like
of the
yeah, it's like there's no.
of play mail. Yeah,
It's like hold on
of
one
any
second.
armor,
as I,
really.
They're molded.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just really funny, you know, because it's
Yeah.
like all the stereotypical like movie like things where like the girl's like, you know, like, you
Yeah.
can't do that in armor because it's like it's
Well,
plate.
it's right there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But I mean, it doesn't
Is
move.
there anything I can do? Clang.
Like a ring on her finger
And
hits
she
it.
slowly unstraps her queer eye.
She
Half an hour later.
Yeah, half an hour later.
Anyways,
I tell you
Did you say
what.
queerus? Not
Purus?
Purist. Sorry,
Okay.
oopsie.
I was
I tell you what.
confused.
I have frankly, I've got to give like a bullshit library tour to one of the to the intelligence or to one of the basically a class of grunts, so they know how the library works because apparently they've all never been to a library before. If I had a a celebrity tour guide for that, I could probably get over to the office.
I got your hookup.
Okay.
Do I need to roll?
I like how this guy's probably less concerned that it was like a celebrity tour guide than like any other tour guide.
Do I need to roll, or
yeah,
can I
go-
roll with advantage?
Roll
or
with advantage.
I know
Yeah,
academics.
yeah.
Persuasion.
Oh, Jesus.
Natural
Yep,
20.
there we go. Okay.
Yep. we're good.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
20. He's like,
Uh,
I'll do anything you want.
He's like now a sycophant of Tessa Blackmore.
Great.
Okay, so yeah,
We could always use
get,
one more.
You'll get the
Maybe he can hold the clipboard now.
Here's basically the price. You're gonna get what you'll end up with is a mostly unredacted file. He's very confused because he couldn't get the whole unredacted file.
Oh, okay.
Like definitely, the only thing that's still blacked out is what the object was.
Mm-hmm.
So what his general reasoning is like, oh, maybe this was something. I thought this was just going to be like some bullshit altar. Maybe it was like an actual item. If it's an actual item, like a very powerful actual item, we typically just don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like like we need pretty high level clearance.
If you
And-
see something, say nothing.
yeah,
Drink to
Enter,
forget.
forget.
Okay.
but it's got a lot more information into it. But also, now you have to do the library tour.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my friend Kiva Thorin.
Okay.
You're just gonna ditch that library
Who's
tour?
the
He's just gonna walk past the library door off.
the librarian that I talked to
Oh yes,
yesterday.
yeah, okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna ask her to come with me
Okay.
to actually talk about the library
Okay.
stuff. And I'm gonna give the pep talk of every good soldier is also
Okay.
a scholar.
Yeah.
And she's gonna actually talk about the library.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna.
Excuse me,
I'm
Miss
going to
Blackmore,
loom.
why are you cutting your wrists while giving us this presentation?
Excuse me.
Please stop crying.
I'll need some help from my freshman class. What sort of so you're taking a library tour and you hate libraries, but somehow, for whatever reason, this really cool celebrity is there. What kind of questions do you ask the celebrity? That's definitely okay.
Miss Blackmore,
Yeah.
have you ever killed anyone?
Yes.
Did you like it?
You're next. Do you have tips?
I got inexplicably horny afterwards. If that's what these are children. No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're at least
She's like, that's the only time I've ever
college
felt
students.
anything.
Whoa. I'm at my finest.
When I'm killing someone.
Yeah, yes, I have killed someone. Yes, I did feel the satisfaction of serving our noble cause. Next question, please.
seeing
About
their-
the library.
Miss Blackmore, what do you eat for breakfast to stay so strong?
The blood of my
Tessa Blackmore, what do you like seeing most in this world?
What do I like seeing most in this world? I like seeing young minds succeed in what they have always wanted to do, and that's why you should pay attention to my friend Kiva the librarian, who's going to talk to you all about libraries.
So it's not seeing your enemies driven before you and the lamentations of the women?
I prefer for the women to not lament. That's why
Okay.
we're here, to keep women from lamenting.
Okay.
Pay attention!
Notes. No lamentations.
Do you
Got
have
it.
a question for the teacher?
Okay. But yeah, you get
No.
you get most of a file.
But not the
Well, you-
item.
Not the item, but you also get a second file that is about the item. It still doesn't discuss the item, but it discusses.
It's about the item, but it doesn't discuss the
It doesn't
item.
discuss what the item is. What it is it's offsite transfer papers.
Oh.
It's a receipt of transfer from when they cleared out the basement, basically.
Weston, is it common practice for us to give?
Well, no.
other
It wasn't.
people?
They transferred it from one keeper facility to another keeper
Oh.
facility. Okay,
What-
sorry, I wasn't clear
What
about that.
facility was that?
They just say an off-site holding facility. Like it doesn't have a name.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to
called
study
Area
these things, and
52.
I will bring them back to you Monday.
Thank you. I mean, I don't really need the copies back. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
then
they
I'll
just made me.
keep
They
them.
just made me copies.
Hey.
These aren't the OG documents.
Weston,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
I really appreciate your service to our cause.
Also, your students are
Well-
hellions.
Well, thank you. And he like adjusts his little bow tie.
Jeez.
Halfway
Okay.
adjusting his bow tie.
Let's see. Okay, so
So who are we killing next?
let's move to the bar because Odo needs to talk to you guys.
Okay.
Bar.
Okay.
For some reason, we all just like
You can wear my new
mind
Look,
knowing.
You all end up at the bar eventually. It's gonna happen.
Like, oh, yeah,
I have
I
good
miss the
beer.
bar.
You like getting drunk. It's great.
Okay, so everyone's there. Seshmir is the first to arrive, I imagine.
5:05 p.m.
Yep.
It's on the sheet. Meet Seshmir.
Maybe
at
Sears
5:05.
Sears actually the first one to arrive.
Seer has been here all day.
just bird drunk all day.
Oh.
So
It took one beer.
One beer every hour on the hour.
Right.
Yes.
The
do they even recognize me?
I don't know. You've got to talk about your intro. I can't intro you in.
I'm just gonna walk in with the cloak up,
Okay.
you know, and
Yeah.
just go sit somewhere and see if anybody.
What do you
notices.
look like?
Yes.
So the nice thing with the new armor that you have is that like you can't. Splint mail is a lower profile.
Mhm.
You could wear like normal ass
Normal
clothes over
clothes.
the top of it.
Normal
Yeah.
ass clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to
then
normal
then
head
I want to
clothes.
wear normal ass clothes.
Because I imagine you're wearing splint mail like I'm used to seeing people wear splint mail, where you've got some van braces,
Mhm.
maybe some spaldrons,
Mhm.
and like not a full chest piece, but it's a leather thing that's like in your ribby area where you're gonna get hit is splinted.
Sure.
So, looks like actual splinted mail as opposed to whatever D&D decides that's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
So, like studded leather being a thing. Because putting little metal studs is gonna help somehow.
So I'm just gonna walk in,
Okay.
looking like a normal ass human,
Okay.
and see if anybody notices.
Sweet.
Do we make rolls?
Yeah, that's about what I thought about. I don't think it goes all the way up
No,
here.
that's
but,
a game
yeah.
version. That's not a
over
real.
because I have a splinted like kidney belt essentially. So
Are
but-
we supposed to make rolls to see if we notice?
This
or
one
No,
has a-
like she's
This one has a
passive.
chain overlay. That's pretty
honestly,
cool.
Yeah, that would make sense. Protect this part of your arm. So basically, Tessa walks in like a jacket and a pair of pants, dressed like a person, basically, as opposed to dressed like Tessa Blackmore. Yeah, that's about what I was thinking.
Posters.
Okay.
So that's Rorik's armor, essentially.
Yes.
So
Gotcha.
Yeah, think like slightly more European Japanese armor.
So, if you guys want to comment on that, I mean, you still have your face, like
oh,
so. They're
Tessa,
like,
you look like a person.
"Oh, Tessa, you dressed down today."
Did you like not like your black armor?
Are you feeling sick?
Did
Trying
you?
something. I'm trying something new.
Could
Are
you
you
get
taking on
fired?
like a lighter?
No.
That's a good question. That was actually the best question. Yeah, that should have been
So-
the first one.
Odo at that is like, so on that note,
Also, I've like intentionally like
Mhm.
started dressing down to like for Odo like, oh, we don't have to go in suits everywhere since you're poor unemployed.
So she shows up in pajamas all the
Odo's
time.
not unemployed. Odo's just wearing basically just like a normal button down and like a pair of like dungarees,
Yes,
basically.
so I might have put on like a pair of jeans instead of being like, I'm a businesswoman, haha, you are suspended from your job. So instead, just being like, I'm just a person too.
Yeah. So Odo's like, so I had a animated conversation with the rest of my group last night about what was going on because I felt like we owed you guys some help
You think,
after you
maybe?
did us a solid, huh?
Kinda,
A little bit, yeah. They are very insistent that we do not give. We don't know what. We can't figure out what this thing is. We don't have any contacts on it. We don't know, like. To be frank, we don't like have a whole lot of people on the inside of the Keepers because we don't have any issue with them for the most part. We don't know what whatever it is.
39452.
Sweet. Like we don't know what lot Jean Valjean is.
Les Mis reference.
It's a Les
If you
Mis
don't get it,
reference.
then just go on with life. Some of us who are musical theater nerds get it, and we're like, har, 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 but you're just...
Nope, not gonna. Yeah.
So
No.
what I would, but they don't. They just generally assume that if Wyatt wants it, Wyatt shouldn't have it.
It's pretty
I
reasonable.
can't blame them, but they also weren't. They weren't super interested in giving. We can like. We're pretty good at moving in the dark. Like we can exfiltrate your parents. We can get them somewhere safe. Put them, but we can protect them. I have every confidence, and I mean that. I mean that to you. That I feel very confident that we could protect your parents and get them off the grid, essentially. But they are insistent. Wilhelmina is very insistent that we do not give the items to Wyatt.
At the mention of that name, just going, ugh.
I know, right?
Is that a conditional offer?
Hmm?
Is that a conditional offer?
Listen, I'm not telling you what you can or cannot do.
Is that a conditional offer?
How do you mean?
I mean, if I do give the item to Wyatt, do they?
Seer.
Like, listen, I am not the Sans. I am one of the people who has a voice there. I don't control everybody. Everyone, like, we're sort of we're a group that values independence, for better or worse. But we're not gonna hunt you. Like, we are not gonna hunt you down. It's your choice. This is what they would prefer for you to do.
I'm going to share the information that I have gathered, and I'm going to say, Seer, based on this information, I'm relatively certain that this item is powerful and capable of great evil in the wrong hands.
There was the whole haunted house thing.
We should move to protect your family
Item.
and try to avoid giving
whatever
this
was
item.
taken from that site. We know that whatever was taken from that site is the item that Wyatt wants, but we have no idea what it was. It just doesn't seem like a good thing at this point.
I want to find out what it is, nonetheless. But if it turns out to be something that could kill thousands of people if in the wrong hands,
Odo reaches over and takes the papers from you. It's like, what?
then
Wait a second.
Yeah.
we don't know what it is. It could be real bad. I also want to protect your family. So right now we need to decide whether we want to go extract your family or whether we want to go ahead and keep finding this item.
Quick before we do that, what have I learned from reading this book that I've gotten throughout the day?
The book. Well, what you've learned is like.
Have I learned anything useful?
Yeah. You learned some good solid information about the structure of cults for Dissipator, and basically Dissipator themselves. Dissipator is a god, or not god, but a demon who particularly deals in lying, deceit, gaining power through subterfuge. Like lots of other demons are a little bit more aggressive about things. Dissipator is the kind of demon who will definitely play the long game.
Okay.
The Dissipator will be I'll put I will build people up the ladder. I'll take over I can take over a whole organization without ever raising a sword.
Right.
That's Dissipator's vibe.
I wonder who he
But they also, every other demon, have no way of getting onto the material plane. So they, lots of cult, the goal of many cults is to, build a portal so they can get their demon, their archdemon.
Does the book, so you said the book describes, cult rituals, that kind of thing. Do they describe anything like what we saw in that basement?
They don't go into any specifics. Again, it's a 101 book. But, you have enough tertiary knowledge of...
I don't want additional, I was just giving it to you.
Of the arcane to know, you know what that looks like? It kind of looks like a teleportation circle.
Okay, and
Thank
does
you.
the book go into... has there ever been any, noted... or even mythological times that demons have come to this plane?
No archdemons have made it physically onto the material plane. Some of them have come real close. This is way before Luume was founded.
What
before
information
the
do we
Keepers.
have on those times when they've come close? Is there any legends or myths about that?
There's been 2 or 3 times because it's history. Well, we're talking about it over a longer scale. It's when typically what happens is an influential figure in some sort of city-state or kingdom or something like that has been corrupted by an archdemon and can put a lot of resources behind it. And it's hard to tell because these are old stories that are partially it's hard to figure out specifically with these stories where the hard fast history is and where the myth is too, because a lot of them have a hero or a group of heroes ending their reign of terror, that sort of shit. So it's it's one of those things where it's it's ancient history that was recorded in myth and we know about this because of myth and legend, and we have enough like actual archaeological evidence to back up like, oh, this definitely happened in some sense, but you can only tell from archaeology so much.
Okay.
Because written history, because some of these are just full on like just epic Beowulf style tales that have been passed down.
Okay.
So
Seer, what do you think?
you can get more information about the actual structure of the circle, but you'll need to go visit. You'll need to put a couple more heads on it, but you're
Okay.
planning on doing that anyways.
Yeah, all right.
So
Seer.
So my question stands: is that a conditional offer? If the Sands extricate my family,
Mhm.
and then I continue to go after this item,
listen, we need to like securing this thing is important because like just because you don't give it to Wyatt doesn't mean Wyatt's not going to try and get it. Like
He knows where it is. He
Are you
knows it's in
asking-
Keeper
he
headquarters.
knows enough to
if
put you on
Wyatt
a trail.
gets it,
Mhm.
If she gives it to Wyatt, but
So-
still has them get her family out, is
Is
that
there telepathy two-way?
competing? Like,
I have to initiate it then.
Okay.
like if she says, "Yes, Sands can get my family out," and then goes and gets the thing and gives it to Wyatt.
So we know to work out a signal. Yeah.
I am not the only person with influence inside of my organization. Let me put it that way. I wouldn't do that to you.
I mean,
But I am also not the only person with influence inside of the organization.
who here thinks we should give this thing to Wyatt other than Seer?
Listen, she doesn't wanna.
But you still think we should?
Okay, we still need to figure out what this thing is.
I mean, I know enough from the.
Well, let's take a look at
This.
the records. I mean, what does the record imply anything that this does at all?
It doesn't say any, like it talks that is the part that is still redacted essentially. Whatever it was they were using, basically they were trying to summon an archdemon and it was important to that. So there's that.
So I
You can probably
Don't
work
think we should
backwards
give it
from
to
there.
Wyatt.
Whatever it is, it's capable of probably summoning something really, really awful that could kill a lot of people.
I don't think we should.
It
give Wyatt.
also you're not like I want to stress here that like the documents also back up the idea that this was dissipated, by the way.
Okay.
So that way you're not. I don't want like I meant to probably make that a little bit more clear, but that way like, you're on the right demon trail here. So
It's the only demon trail, so
yeah. Well, there's like 8 other archdemons.
Seer,
So.
if you're not comfortable with these people taking care of your parents,
These people.
yes, these people, you're these people.
You're
Then
really bad with racism.
The Sands, their
the Sands
organization.
is not a race.
Yeah, we.
Then I will go. I will go and take care of your parents myself.
I really appreciate that. I don't know that you are the most low-profile person to do that.
I have this costume.
And it's really
she tried so hard.
it's really very, very
No, no.
impressive, and I appreciate like
You guys don't understand. Look, check it out.
For the viewers
Keep your man
Oh yeah,
the viewers at
glasses
home,
on.
Brian put his glasses on. Yes.
You can't call them viewers
I guess not. Yeah.
because they're not
Listeners.
listeners. It's listeners.
Listeners.
yes,
I
Dear
listened to
listeners.
Night Vale
Listen.
to have that ingrained, that terminology.
right. So, again, while I appreciate that greatly, I don't think you're the most low-profile person to be doing this.
Then who do we send?
So look, we can just go there, and then
No.
when they show up, we burn them down.
I have.
Okay.
Odo raises their hand. So, not to go get your parents, but I think I have somebody. I have a contact. They're a somewhat unsavory person I don't generally try and deal with. But I'm also don't have access to a lot of my other resources in this situation. So we're trying to keep it off the Sands radar. I can go ahead and put them on the trail and set up a meeting. If you guys want to do that,
Put them on the trail of.
this thing.
How soon could they meet?
I'll have to talk to them first. I don't know, but I will stress to them that time is important.
Like, we don't even have a day
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But we need to go ahead and
Her
do
name
something
happened to be
about
Bob.
Seer's parents.
That's where I was
Give
going
me.
with
You know
this.
what? I'm gonna be back. I'm just gonna go talk to them, and like
Okay.
Oda's like,
Well,
If he comes
Yes.
back with I quit.
I
do
feel
it.
like
Yes.
I feel like they're coming
Yes.
back with I.
Yes. Please do it.
Just let it be I.
Andrew and I already figured this
We
out.
were on the wavelength.
I
here.
wasn't being super subtle about it.
No, you weren't. Look, this is a story in which there was only one semi-good but also not always good, like, underground person
And that person we're gonna run into a lot, so you should.
who
just
also
take
happens
them.
to have a crush on
You
Tessa
really
Blackmore.
should.
I don't
just
think
date
that
them.
I don't think that I has a crush on Tessa.
Oh yeah.
Tessa has a crush on I. Sorry.
I think that I definitely has a crush on Tessa.
I don't know.
You know, I doesn't have a lot of friends, and so these meeting times have been really personal and.
Well, bless. You mean so much to them.
We've met like 3 times, and one of those times I was trying to kill them.
Yes, but usually all 3 times people are trying to kill them. There was at least 2 good
You have been lenient
interactions.
at least once.
And we did spare their life. You know.
So Tessa doesn't think that I is hitting on her.
I don't know what art does.
Also, Seer is definitely taking shots now.
Okay, sweet.
Like much like
Danielle
Danielle
is
in real life.
Danielle is
The,
actually.
Danielle is legitimately
Look, guys,
stressed
this
about
is-
the situation.
So-
I couldn't sleep
so,
last time.
Odo comes back in real quick, like, "Hey, I got a hold of them. They can meet tonight."
Look, guys, this beer is 8.5%.
Great.
And I'm a lightweight.
Are you staying? Stay. Please stay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have anywhere else
You
to
need
go.
to be. You need to be a million different people.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so-
also all your other NPCs are coming. Fuck.
Do you remember the wolf guy? He's coming too.
Yeah, Hyena Man's back.
Sharkhead.
Shark dude who never
We killed
spoke.
Shark Dude.
Here he is. I have his token for some reason. Huh? So if you guys want to wait around, like
I actually,
Fry.
I want to nudge Sesame here and have a small conversation
okay,
outside.
okay,
So-
yeah, we can do that, and then I will show up.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, so
At the worst, yeah.
we're gonna work. There's a couple of things. First, we're gonna work out a signal for when he should engage his telepathy, so that we can talk to each other without, everybody else. I guess. Which I'll share with you guys eventually. And
Listen, you went and got a fucking
We have
fire extinguisher in the middle of the day.
Secrets.
well, what
are
I mean is,
no
like, if
fun.
we're in a group and there's like someone we may not want to hear these things, we can have Seshmir engage telepathy with each of us individually over and over.
Oh no.
Well, sure, but I mean, he's still part of the Sands.
Oh, now we're reducing Seshmir to like Skype.
Sure. Hi, Skype.
No, that was actually
Seshmir-
part of my character concept.
Seshmir is at least Discord.
He's at least
Yeah, he works pretty good.
he has memes, guys. So the other thing is, I want to talk with you because
Very insulted that.
I have a
Orange
hunch
doesn't
that
trust
this
her.
thing everyone's looking for. I mean, some dude got killed over a thing that he seemed to have taken.
I'll be really pissed if
That
they
is
turn
now
on
in the
me.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Right
could
now,
be
at
that
least.
thing.
Okay.
Also,
Hey, I
you
had that
have
idea
this.
first.
Yes, you did. But you are also not outside
Says
talking
Danielle
about
through
it.
shots of liquor.
So there's
Take your
that.
drunk bird.
But the question is, do we trust the
Like,
Sands
listeners,
enough?
please know that Danielle is actually taking shots of liquor.
The question is, do we trust the Sands enough to perhaps bring them in on this? What the fuck is this stupid crystal, and why does it not know anything? Deal.
Hell no.
Okay. The second thing is, like, we kind of mentioned it before, but your little buddy is in fact a demon.
Fiend.
Point of order, it's a fiend.
Sorry, it's a lesser demon. I mean, you know this. You know that
That's what
our
I'll say.
you understand. Like, look, man. You know magic. You understand how detect like evil works.
Yeah.
You understand that, like, if I cast this spell, which you have seen me cast,
Sure.
that it would give off the correct answer.
Mostly.
Always.
Mostly.
Always.
It's a very
Saved my
productive
life.
conversation
That's a
there, Andrew.
big plus.
I mean, did it
I'm
really
not
save
touching
your life?
you. I'm not
Yes.
touching you.
How? You've only ever told us that like you came into like you had a revelation, not that it saved your life.
Well, no, you didn't ask.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Loving this.
So
Keep going.
how did your little demon save your life?
Well, there was this incident when I was back on the force. Some of my lovely coworkers decided that I was a little too honest for them, and they beat me unconscious and chucked me down a well.
Is this all happening?
No, I think it's just him.
Oh,
It's
so
just-
it's not
And the
process.
little demon
No.
carried you out of the well?
Actually, its boss found me at the bottom of the well, told me of many things, including the divine goddess who will save us all.
Wait, its boss is not the divine
Trademark.
goddess?
No.
Well, I mean, structurally speaking, yes.
Yeah.
But
No, he said his boss like
Right.
specifically.
No,
The arch-
no, see, there's
it's
the
a
lesser
chain of
demon's
order.
boss, and then there's that boss's boss.
Right,
which
yeah.
is-
Is the lesser demon boss? Is the lesser demon's boss also an archdemon?
well, no.
No.
For one, he wasn't contacted by a demon.
No.
He was contacted by an entity that granted him well, go on. It's your backstory. Sorry,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And it was not a demon. It was an entity.
How do you know it wasn't a demon?
It didn't say it was a demon. It saved my life.
told
It told
me
me
in
things
a
of
demon-
divine light and healing.
Demons have to tell you if they're demons if you ask them.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like,
Wow, my bad. I forgot they always wear a blue uniform and
listen, got me out of the well, gave me power, told me about the divine goddess of healing and light.
which of those three is the most important?
Yes.
Friend, what I'm saying is you may in fact be worshipping Dissipator.
I see no evidence to support that.
Is it time for us to stage an intervention? Let's stage an intervention. Banners! On the banners! We're coming to you as your friend.
I walks in like, what?
We're outside.
As they are
Look,
outside, we are
before-
hanging banners in the bar.
This is an intervention. Confetti cannons.
So before we back inside, I want
Michael's
you to know.
confused. All the
As
other
far as I can tell,
patrons
there are
of
two
the
answers
bar.
here.
I picture
Okay.
Odo's all in, just like, yeah,
The
we're
little
hanging these
crystal up in my
intervention
room
banners.
is a
I like your
communication to
friends.
Dissipator.
No, the other patrons are
and
totally for it because
that's
they're
a
all
problem.
drunk.
That's true.
And
They're just like, yeah, who
See,
are
I'm
we
just not getting that
interventing?
vibe. I think it's just a.
it may be. We haven't. We did detect magic on it. We did not detect demonic or necrotic magic
No.
on the crystal, so it may not be that. On the other hand, we did find demonic magic on you, so I want you to be wary that I may in fact have to beat you at some point.
Why did we send Andrew out there?
You didn't send me. I just went.
Yep.
And I'd hell.
And y'all have no idea this conversation is serving.
Tessa would be down though.
Look. If it was Tessa here, she would have already beaten you. So like,
No,
I'm just
I-
telling you, friend
no,
to friend.
you're-
Your persuasion?
Yes,
Not allowed to
I'm
defend
not
yourself,
that
you're not here for
charismatic,
the
guys. Like, I have an 8 in charisma. I'm just saying.
How the hell do you cast cleric spell? Oh,
Because
your wisdom, aren't
because I'm a cleric, like from level 1,
Yeah.
I actually have proficiency in charisma saving throws.
they? Oh,
So I have a +1.
sweet.
Unless it's something else that like is. There are times I can have -1 instead of +1.
Okay.
So, let me ask you a question. Our intentions, largely as a group, are pretty dang positive. We've rescued people.
No, you might be a good person. I'm just
No,
saying that
just-
you may be
just-
confused.
Just roll with me here.
Okay.
We've rescued people who've been kidnapped. We've avenged murders. We've tried to solve murders and stop them from happening. We're largely a good and productive lot of people.
That's fair.
Is everyone we work with also so squeaky clean and nice? I'd say some of the people we've worked with, like that we're about to have conversations with,
Okay, look.
are pretty
Cora-
heinous people.
Cora is like as squeaky clean as we can find a person.
I would take personal offense to be called heinous.
And like
Offended
and
by
like
my NPC.
and like and like the
like,
bird person probably does not have like an evil bone in
Straighten
their
my tie I'm not
body.
wearing right now.
Exactly.
It's because all their
However,
bones are
I'm not saying
solid.
our party, but some of the people we have been working with and are about to work with more.
Are you insulting my partner?
No.
So this
Like
is
her
what-
partner.
Her partner.
Yeah.
Dating I.
Look, it's inevitable.
No, it's not. It's character
That's true.
development.
But also, like, it's inevitable.
Also, she'd need a step stool.
So, if we are willing to
Oh, no, it's a no.
work with
Yeah.
people who are
Oh,
of dubious
so
nature
am
in
I.
order to
true.
serve a greater good. Could it not be possible that the divine goddess is willing to do the same?
There's a bit of a difference. So coming from having gone through the religious schooling and also like all that, it's kind of there's a difference between dubious nature mortals and archdemons.
Pour me another one, bar.
There's a small. I mean, it's like this big of a difference, but it's like this big of a difference,
Oh, is this for me?
Yeah.
and everyone takes shots.
I'm still left with the. Someone has saved my life and given me knowledge and power and told me how to save the world.
Look,
And given me.
you have been great so far. Be wary, my friend.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, and then we're gonna
I'm gonna cut
we're
you
gonna be
fucking
done.
off.
We're gonna be done.
At that point,
For the rest of the group here at the table is actually drunk.
We're doing shots.
So as
You're
you come
welcome.
in, I was like, oh, they're here, and goes and like at the door, it's I. It's like
Why am I here? Why am I here?
like she just kind of opens the door and looks at you guys and like looks to Odo and then back to you. It's like
I can do it.
I should have fucking known. I should have. Okay.
Hi.
So she
In unison.
she sort of ignores everybody and gets
I'm
up
not
and like
saying
looks at you and
anything.
is like,
I got your usual. It's
yeah,
fine.
thank you. She's not a usual at this bar. She does not like
This
coming
will
to
be
bar
your usual.
where
It's
somebody
okay.
hit her real hard with a hammer.
Look. We have good beer here. This will be your usual.
Okay. All right. So she's like,
It's a good limestone.
It was a good year for limestone.
And this one is made with awakening.
he pushes the beer away, just like whatever.
Just stage with her.
Yeah.
He brews beers with rocks.
The bird's drunk. It's fine.
Oh, jeez. Everything's falling apart already. So like looks at the rest of you and then like turns to Tessa because like Tessa's the only one she ever has a conversation with. And she's like, I'm still awkward about all of you since she did almost kill you.
She did.
it happens.
At least crazy toy ladies
about
is
her
here.
He does get almost killed a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, my best friend also almost killed me.
The
Jeez.
she's like, so because you talked to her on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, sure, I'm keeping the timeline right. So she's like,
Actually, I think it was Tuesday. It was yesterday.
it may have been.
It was 24 hours ago.
I'm 90% sure it was Monday because you went and talked.
Yeah, but today's Tuesday.
No,
Today's
today's
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We're on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right,
I
'cause
went
he
You
to
went
went
to talk to
to
Tessa.
Yeah.
Tessa went to talk to I.
Yep.
No, she went to the library.
She also at some point talked to I.
No,
I
we
did.
talked to,
We
like,
all
because
went.
there was a group of us that
We-
went to talk
we
to
all went and
I
talked to
before
I
we went to the
together.
house.
She didn't want it to
Oh.
seem like a date, so she didn't go alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
No!
That was Wednesday morning. It was the day and a half.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you
Okay.
need chaperones?
No!
Oh.
God damn y'all. So
As we discussed the
Yeah.
week in front of her. no, today is Wednesday.
Does anyone have a calendar in this place?
she starts drinking
does.
that weird beer. She's like, all right, so I started. I don't know. I don't have the same level of access to the keepers that y'all do, but I don't know. Something was obviously weird, and so I started.
Unusual.
Yeah, I know, right? So I started looking through everything I could find, and when Odo mentioned that they had moved, that this was moved to an offsite facility, there is only the keepers ain't got but the one facility,
I know.
except they've been trying to build one.
Yep.
And it's a development project that was started like 6 years ago, and it's apparently in from what I can tell, well, from what it looks like, it's in development hell. Ain't no building's been built. Workers have changed over about 6 or 7 times, but keeper money keeps flowing into the site. Like they keep hiring. It's not like they keep hiring and firing developers not because the developers aren't meeting deadlines. They're just stopping them before they start development.
It's a front.
It looks like. Listen, I know what front looks like, and that's a front.
We'll trust your expertise.
Huh?
We'll trust your expertise.
Yeah, I'm well schooled in the art of griffin. But I know. So she gives you the address of the site. It's
1234 Hollywood Drive.
Yeah. It's in a part of town.
Fantasy Hollywood Drive.
My bad.
Motherfucker, did I not? By you, motherfucker, I mean myself.
Are your NPCs talking to you through you? That's weird.
But
I think we've crossed a point.
I'm
here.
mad because I had drawn out this map and then I didn't save it to the Google Drive.
Oh.
So it's
Well,
on
you
my
drew it
computer.
on the wall of like a jail cell, so
It's true. Yeah. No, that was the dungeon. The
Jesus Christ, worst night ever. Still scarred.
But yeah, so she gives you like the address. It's in like a not great part of town. It's like so it's part of like it's in a part of town that's like not great but being developed essentially. Like it's part of like a
it's gentrifying.
Yeah, it's gentrifying. Yeah, pretty much.
That's where all the hipsters go.
Yeah, but this part like unlike a lot of other
artisanal donut places.
It's true.
Skinny jean factories.
Magical
the skinny jean factories are in China. So.
Oh yeah.
Fantasy China.
My bad.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. Yep.
But yeah, it's in a part of town that like is supposed to be being revitalized under this program, but it's not taking as well. Essentially, as some of the other parts of town that have had a lot of like money sunk into them, so they can have like, fancy apartment buildings,
Artisanal donuts. And,
yeah, artisanal donut buildings,
and beard grooming stations.
yeah.
Sun Donuts.
Oh god.
So she's got like an address, for you, and it's like if.
I mean, it's not like this place could
Listen, I
possibly
ain't
be
saying
another
it's-
necromantic hell, huh?
I went by there. It's an empty lot. So unless they just have taken to burying artifacts in the ground, which
That
listen,
might be exactly what they've done.
Look, I have a book here that says that might be the best way to get rid of artifacts. So.
I don't think that's true.
But you don't know.
Or it's an
so-
underground complex.
I mean, listen, if they've been built like they've been a worker who broke ground on that facility the entire time. So if they're real sneaky about building this underground complex. Like, goddamn. So, like, I'm saying like we probably get some information there, but I ain't thinking that there ain't gonna be a like magical MacGuffin box sitting there when we get there.
Well, of course.
So.
You say magical MacGuffin box again, only a little slower this time. I don't really say that. Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, so. Oh, also. There's also this like, and I can take y'all there. Also, I'm coming with y'all.
Okay.
Like, you
Yeah.
just decided.
Yeah, I'm coming.
That's a thing.
Why? Are we paying you?
You ain't paying me.
Okay, well, as long as we're not paying you, that's fine.
Wow. Maybe
I've got my own vested interests in this.
maybe they care about the
Aye.
disappearance of their
Like, we
family.
Aye.
Out of character,
Yeah.
saying we did explain.
Yes,
Did we
right,
explain to
right.
her what we found at like this place?
Aye.
Can you?
Um,
Can he say anything else?
Look,
or?
look, he's had like 4 shots, which is a lot for a bird.
He's a bird.
How much do I have to pay you to make my parents disappear?
That's the wrong party
No,
to talk to.
no,
I've
no,
got-
no. Disappear to safety. To safety. To safety.
Don't kill him.
Well,
Well, I mean, I'm 100% sure Wyatt wouldn't see that coming. He's like, I killed my own parents.
I got killed before you could.
Beat that motherfucker!
Look, we've all thought about it, and
Now I'm unencumbered.
Like,
I'm a free agent.
Okay.
Oh, now I have parents.
I can't use my parents.
So,
for
like,
leverage against
I
me
kind of
if I
leans
kill
over to
them.
you and, like, kind of, like gets generally like on eye level with you, not like aggressively or like,
Eye level.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So you have
Jesus.
to.
So,
I'm
but,
very small.
but like she gets kind of face to face with you, like, but not like in an aggressive way. It's like, listen,
Liz is polishing a
What is
surf.
Liz doing in there?
She's polishing a surf.
so I'm the kind of person who can, I've generally never whisked somebody away to safety in my entire professional career.
I've whisked them away to death.
I did not say that.
I would like this money you were about to pay me.
Yeah. So I don't think that I can. I ain't got no, like, I got safe houses, but unless your parents wanna spend a significant amount of time in like in a condemned apartment building or an opium den or
I was just thinking opium den.
yeah. Like we'll call that Plan B. All right.
Okay.
Listen, I don't give a
Does
give a rat.
another
Like,
shot.
listen, I don't want nothing bad to happen to your family. Like, I ain't wishing no ill on you or nothing. But like, I also don't give a rat's ass what y'all do with this thing. I just want to know what the hell this goddamn thing
Right.
is.
There's a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
And that's not helpful.
So,
I mean, it is, but it isn't.
I'm
So-
sorry. I think we should.
do you trust the Sands who said they could whisk your parents away to safety?
Well, see, the problem is the Sands would whisk my parents away to safety, and by necessity, I wouldn't know where that is. And then they could do
Unspeakable things.
whatever they wanted with my family, and I would just be
But
under
you, at
a
the same
different
time,
person's-
I
you'd
mean-
be willing to have I
Huh.
whisk your family away.
With Odo out of the room, I will tell you I probably don't think that's the best choice to have the Sands take your family away because the only
So
one I
if
trust
we
is
haven't
Odo.
we haven't told I like all the things we found at the house, right?
No.
Maybe we should.
No.
I will tell I what we found at the house.
I think
I
the
kind of-
dragon is against it.
I mean, I know he's against it, but I kind of think we should because it does involve like her,
Her
dad,
family, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and it might motivate her a little bit.
I don't. GM moment here. I don't know if I've necessarily like made this apparent enough, but like Wyatt is putting pressure directly on Seer because he has a direct connection to Seer.
Well, yes,
Like,
obviously.
Does he even know where Seer's family is?
Yes,
Yeah.
he followed me there.
Yeah.
Also, probably on
Why
his
the fuck did
employment
you go
forms.
there after
Because they're my parents,
Why
and
did
I am basically a child.
Aw.
the,
And you listed them as next of kin on your insurance form.
you gotta have an emergency contact.
contact, yeah.
For when your boss murders your family.
Also, the other implication is that,
Wyatt would get this no matter what.
well, no, like, Wyatt also knows who the rest of you are now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so like, he could, you murdered somebody very important, and he knows that. He's letting it slide for now, because it's beneficial for him.
Oh, not because we could murder him too.
No.
Oh no, no!
You
I have
can't
a
murder
vested-
Wyatt now.
I have a vested
I mean, we could
interest.
try.
No.
You could definitely try. I statted Wyatt this week.
Because he knew we would try.
Can we level up a couple more times before we try?
Oh, you're gonna need to.
The
No,
highest
we're-
level of the party.
I still think
+15.
we should try.
We are going to kill Wyatt eventually.
He's just going to ruin our lives first.
Look, we may need the help of a deity, but still.
I'm
Working
going
on
to
that.
tell
Oh my God!
No, you have a demon. It's different.
No one believes you anymore,
Very businesslike.
except those
Okay.
teens you're conning
I
into
thought
following
that you
you.
might want to know this.
He wasn't a
All right.
teen, he was a full adult.
What we
She-
found.
Oh, okay, okay. I was,
She
sorry, I was
she tells
legitimately
I like
confused.
everything
Okay.
that we found at the
That we
house.
found at the house.
Like, because it involves her dad, and like these are the stakes we're talking about here, basically.
Are you,
All right, well, I'm definitely coming then.
are
Okay.
you okay?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
All right, so we're
That's
going
not
now,
what I
right?
asked.
We're going now, right?
I mean, yeah, you can go now, I
I'm
guess.
gonna go ahead and call the sick line for work.
I mean, it sounds to me like it's not really like. I mean, it's It's an address.
Yeah, it's
And
not going.
It sounds heavily.
The facility isn't going anywhere.
It sounds heavily to me like from the way I describes it is that like we go there, we're not gonna find anything. 'Cause
Also, there's no.
The whole point of it is that it's just an
Like,
address.
basically the only thing. It's like a. So have you ever seen like a construction site that's about to start? Basically, it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Like, what
that's,
we need to actually do is track
overgrown
the
with, like,
money.
shitty grass from where it's been bulldozed, but then nothing happened. And there's like a mobile home trailer office there and a gate, and
Yeah.
there's nothing
No,
else.
like what I'm thinking
No
is like, what we actually need to
guards.
track
Yeah.
down is the money.
Mhm.
Like the money's going somewhere. We need to find a way to track back to like where is this money going if it's not actually going into the site.
That's gonna take too fucking long. We need to go there right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
We haven't
You can
decided
track
what
down
we're
the
doing
money
about
in the
your
morning.
parents yet.
What do you want us to do about your parents? Do you want us to go get your parents? Do you want
You don't
to send
trust the
somebody to
Sands,
get
and
your
it's
parents?
probably fair. You don't trust I, and that's probably fair.
No, I didn't say I didn't trust I. I pointedly asked her.
Listen, if you're Odo says to you, like, if you're worried about if we move your parents, I will know where they are.
But she won't.
Will
He
will
won't.
you
Yeah.
though? Because you seem to be on kind of their shit list right now.
Listen, I'm not on their shit list. I just made too public of a move for us. But that doesn't listen, that didn't necessarily make me an enemy of most of the folks in the organization.
Just Wilhelmina.
Mostly just Wilhelmina. But like if I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna hide your parents and then not tell you where your parents are. We're also. I mean, we're not gonna use your parents as a bargaining chip against you. I'm trying. I understand you're worried, so I'm not gonna be mad about that.
You,
But
also,
Seer.
you need to let me know how your colonoscopy tendonitis leg amputation goes.
And the root canal. Look, Seer, real talk. Okay? If this thing turns out to be as bad as we think it is, we are not giving it to Wyatt. You should go ahead and plan for your parents now and take the options that we have in front of us.
We can fight this out if we're to.
We're not
Oh no, that's your
doing
directive.
this
Say
thing.
that.
Look, I have a hammer.
If it's anything more powerful
he's
than
drunk too. Just
a freaking lollipop, we're not giving it to Wyatt. So what do you want to do?
Another shot.
I feel like you're not a responsible party right now.
Okay, I think Odo should go ahead and take care of the family.
Yes, I think Odo, if you would inform the
All right,
Sands.
Go with
Let's
God,
go.
Odo.
then
Hey,
Odo suggests
this is a really
we
important.
probably don't need to move. Let me go ahead and take care of this tonight.
Because look,
I can
Wyatt's
get-
not going to kill them right now.
Yeah, I can get them. It's already late. By the time I get to their house, it's going to be later. So I will personally take care of this to make sure that at least this portion doesn't get fucked up. But I would not make any other.
Yeah, you don't want
moves.
us involved. if
Yeah,
you don't want it fucked up.
Don't come. And let's go ahead. Let's take care of this tonight, and we'll deal with the facility tomorrow.
Okay.
Because we don't know. Let's work with our current known factors before we start adding another unknown.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
probably on the way out,
Mhm.
grab.
I need that panel van.
What?
I need your panel van.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Take
Probably-
the kidnapper
Here's
van.
keys.
On the way out, grab Odo and
See, I knew that was.
This
Yeah,
is
in the
for-
meantime, I have prestidigitized it to be a Scooby van.
Okay. Good.
it's like,
When
Against
we
his
get out
wishes.
of range, I'll just completely.
Against his wishes,
Yeah.
yeah.
hey, this is
It's okay,
really
I
important.
prestidigitated back.
We're going to have a war on this.
Jesus.
Because
Like-
you guys both have prestidigitation. We can get this up all
It's
day.
great. It's
What were you
great.
saying, Cora?
Just trying not to threaten my significant other. Basically saying hey, this is really important. We don't necessarily trust the other members of the Sand, so all this is basically riding on you. Please,
Also, Cora will
please,
kill you. She
Listen,
will
I'm-
murder you.
Please do a good job with this.
Yep.
Hun, this is my whole deal.
Uh,
I got this.
So, Cora's being nice, and I'm behind Cora, and I'm just like,
Odo looks at you like, I bet you I can probably take you.
Aw, frenemies.
it's all in jokes. It's fine.
But yeah, so Odo will take care of that tonight.
I like Oak.
I'm going to.
Alright.
I'm not making. trust me, these are not threatening rolls.
That's
Totally
never,
not.
Your
that's-
parents are
They
dead
only
now.
determine
Yay!
whether or not he
Never
gets my
true.
parents out
That's never
alive.
true.
Problem solved.
It's fine.
They're dead
Hasn't
now.
said anything about my new outfit.
Oh.
Says the person who totally doesn't have a crush on I.
Oh.
Oh.
Here's
I
your
was
shot. That's how we're coping tonight.
So,
That's how it's going.
It would have been awkward if they said something like in the middle of the room.
yeah, maybe they're playing it cool.
Maybe they're being a douche.
Oh.
Yeah. She's, listen. You also just told her, like, hey, here's how your dad died.
It's like, oh, thanks. You look really cute today. I'm getting home now.
Yeah. Cool. So, Odo, like, so like 7 in the morning, like a very tired Odo's like, all right, cool. They're good. They're in the city.
I like to assume that Odo just comes back to my apartment now instead of their own. It's like, fuck it, I live here.
I mean, does he not?
I probably
Seer probably
now.
lives closer to you than Odo does. So, okay.
Liz
what?
is polishing a circle.
Oh no, I'm laughing at Liz. Liz is polishing a sound.
He's definitely not torturing anyone in the background.
Guys, ignore those screams.
Yeah. So Odo like doesn't say anything out loud about where they are. And it's like, I've got you taken care of. And like gives you a weird hug. And then just leaves.
Awkward.
And then there's a note in your pocket because they're a fucking rogue and they slipped a note in your pocket. That's what they can do. Also tomorrow morning, Tessa, on your like you get a knock at your facility, like our
my
dorm room.
quarters?
Yeah, quarters, like your dorm room basically.
I don't
Like,
have a dorm room. I have quarters.
Yeah, sure. But you hear like you have a knock, like there's like a knock at your door.
Do I have a peephole?
Yes, I guess probably sure.
I will peep.
It's like a delivery guy.
A delivery guy.
Yeah,
You're about to get
Okay.
attacked.
I will.
yeah. It's like a hobgoblin delivery guy. He's probably like 8, like he's 19 maybe, just like there with his clipboard.
I will answer the door with my greatsword in my hand.
Damn.
Not up.
Not a
down.
dagger, but like the whole great sword.
So now that you've opened the door, you can see on his his polo shirt that he has to wear for work. It's like what is it?
Embroidery?
It's I'm trying to think of a name for the place. I can't do it off the top of my head.
But you know the name of the art.
Yeah, so
Speedy
it's like
delivery.
it's a like he's like from a flower delivery company and he's like got flowers like okay and also a clipboard. You need to sign.
I'll sign
With the great sword.
Yeah.
with my left hand.
In blood.
Actually, I just pop out of nowhere and
It's
sign
over
for
enemies.
her.
Okay, and he just like leaves.
No, see,
And
I
it's
pop
like
out of nowhere and I
It's
sign
like
her
a
name
bouquet
for
of
you.
flowers, and like on the inside there's like a little note that says like "Love the outfit."
Damn.
Oh.
That ship has sailed.
What kind of flowers are they?
Poisonous.
Well, it's winter, so they're
Dead flowers.
They're
Like-
no, they're not. They're like it's a lot of like baby's breath and like not
Poinsettias.
yeah, not
Periwinkle?
It's a poinsettia.
yeah, sure. It's like these. I don't know things about flowers, guys.
It's okay.
Poinsettia.
Yeah.
Poinsettia.
Yeah, it's a
winter
poinsettia.
They
flower.
have
It's a baby's
colors
breath.
and
Yeah.
smells
Yes,
of a type.
I know what roses are and like tulips, but those don't seem appropriate.
Thank
They're
you,
put
men
together
of
to
the
be
table.
aesthetically pleasing.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, they're all yellow roses.
I'm sure that means a thing. I don't know.
Does it mean a
It does.
thing?
Yeah.
It does.
What does it mean?
It's not that.
I need to know what it means.
It means friendship.
Aww.
So.
I'm like, I'm getting so many mixed messages.
Odo ends up at some point going back to Cora's apartment and just like passing out.
Oh, I assume I've
Like-
given them a key at this
Yeah, like
point.
they just Cora's not there. We just get a scene of Odo just like,
Or actually,
Just
I don't
passing
have
out
to
in their
give them the
clothes
key.
on a bed.
They can pick
'cause
the
they're
lock.
very close, huh? They don't want to have to pick the lock every
All right,
time. Somebody's
fine.
gonna walk by eventually.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's, you used to make me do that at your old house. I had to use my library card to open the door to your house forever.
Well, now everyone knows how to break into
Now-
my house. Now the
now
whole internet
the
knows
whole
how to break into
internet
my
knows.
house.
Your old house.
And his
Kroger.
address is
I can't break into
The,
your new house with my library card.
the old house behind Kroger. If you live in the old house behind Kroger, you are on blast.
Thanks for listening. Also, thanks for that new TV. But at some point you get another knock at the door, but this was just like a message delivery from. Well, actually, did you guys want to? Like the thing is done. Do you just want to meet up at some point to like go
Yes.
do this?
I assume the bar.
Let's go
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
let's go do
Okay.
the heist.
I am
So,
at the
yeah.
bar at 8 in the morning.
He is not open.
No.
He's still asleep.
Yeah.
Perched
I am,
on like
I am,
the door.
I am standing outside, hungover as shit.
You never left the bar.
Seer never left the bar. Seer's asleep in
Yeah,
the booth
yeah. I was
downstairs.
gonna say like you can't go home. So obviously you slept on like the couch downstairs or
How
something.
do
Yeah.
you sleep? Do you perch? Do you lay
Look,
down?
look, she's a bird
No, I
person.
perch.
Yeah, yeah.
I
There's
don't-
a
How do you
person
sleep
part.
when you pass out drunk?
That's different.
Also, less perched,
More leaned.
more lean.
Yeah. So
Draped over the perch.
you're gonna get ready to go visit your Elder Tower contacts.
Yeah.
Before you do that, you hear like a voice in your head. It's like, "Hey,
Hey, listen. Hey.
it's definitely awakening."
Yeah.
It's talking to you in your head.
Yeah. So I look over to like the
Yeah.
shelf I've got her on.
To your
where-
fap drawer.
Well, she's in a separate room from your bedroom, right? That's what we
No, she's not.
established.
He only
She's-
has one room.
she's
I
where
only
you
have
keep
one room
the
upstairs.
dildos.
Oh, I thought she was in a separate office.
Look,
Okay.
look, look!
Those
It's a
are-
bar.
That's
It's a bar with one room upstairs.
Okay,
There's no
this
other
is gonna
room.
change the
She's where you
conversation I'm
keep
gonna
your
have
sex
with you
stuff.
then.
Those
'Cause
of you
I
who are
thought she's been
listening
like
at home.
basically in a fucking closet this
No.
whole time.
No.
Okay.
No, I had her.
So,
I had
all
her
of
in a
us keep our
drawer, and then I was
sex
shamed about that. So now she's on a shelf.
Okay, cool.
Now
she's
she
gonna,
can
like, pop
watch
up.
you
Yeah.
sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now she can
It
watch
didn't.
you all
It didn't
the
have to be
time.
that way,
You
but
naked
You
rock.
kept her
Everyone-
where you keep the condoms and the dildos. Yeah, it had to
that
be
is.
that
I
way.
keep nothing in that drawer. There's nothing. Anyways,
And why have the drawer?
because it's a piece of furniture that you can stick things on top of.
It just comes with
Ask
the story.
Danielle. Like we have like a little thing that's next to my next to the bed. It's not even
I
have
do not
drawers.
wanna
It doesn't
hear
even have
you keep your
drawers.
porn. I don't wanna
It's
hear you
just.
keep
It's
your porn,
literally
your
just
porn,
a thing
your
to stick stuff on top of. Anyways,
Sure. Okay. Great. Sweet. So awakening is like.
you're welcome. Anyways,
Hey, can you like? So like, did I piss you off?
Yes.
well, I mean, you're not. You don't really have any useful information for any of this stuff.
We have.
I'm a very direct
You're
person.
not
like,
particularly
look,
useful.
look.
to me.
You say you're a repository for knowledge, and that's great. But I mean, a lot like I don't.
You
make-
haven't asked. Like, listen. I'm not a repository of all knowledge. I'm not fucking omnipotent.
Look,
She's
I'm
like
keep-
legitimately
look,
mad
Do
at
you
you,
mean,
by
Sure.
the way.
do you
She
mean
can be mad.
omnipotent? The repository of all knowledge needs to be able to say omnipotent.
But she's not the repository of all knowledge, and that's the point.
This is my role. Things are pronounced how I
Oh, he's finally coming around to the DM powers. No. So look, here's the deal. Orin's mind. Awakening is a rock.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, she's a rock that knows a lot of stuff about some magic spells. But not always, because the last time I tried to learn a spell from her, it just didn't work.
Right.
And every single time I've come to her for a question that I'm pretty sure that she should have some relation to, it's just been nah. So it's kind of like, I'll keep you safe here because it seems like a prudent thing to do, but
Like, yeah.
there's not really a point to keep. I mean, I'm wasting my time trying to like introduce you to all these things, and you're just like, nah.
I'm not. Listen. Okay. So she
Just
like
saying.
she takes like a deep, weird hologram breath. And she's kind of.
I mean, would you like to go outside? Is that what you want me to walk you?
No, it's just. I'm sorry. I'm just.
Bored?
Yes, I'm bored. Like we had this like 2 weeks ago. Like, we talked, like, you came, when you went to bed, like, we talked about shit every night, which was nice, and I enjoyed being interacted with. And then I, like, not know some things that I just didn't know. Like, I'm not, like, I know, like...
Look, you just seem to have a lot of very particular lapses in memory about, like, everything that happened before you were in the possession of, Reginald.
I can't...
And
I'm not trying to hide anything from you. And also...
Insight check.
Huh?
Insight check.
Go for it.
That was a smiley go for it.
18.
Brian's like, finally.
Oh. Nope. She's definitely lying to you. It's hard to read. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
I
she's
mean,
a
it's fair.
hologram girl.
That's fair.
But,
It's dusty.
It's glittery.
No, it's also dusty.
We have done detect magic
Yeah.
on this thing before, right?
Oh yeah, it's hella magic.
No, but like we learned in the school of the magic when this happens. You
Yeah,
know, like,
it's
remember
a
last
bunch
time you
of
told us there was a bunch
Yeah,
of different
it was like
things.
3 different schools
Yeah,
of
okay.
magic because that's.
I just
how you
wanted to
would
be
make
sure that
something
we had done this before. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a really she's a really complex thing.
Just wanted to be
So,
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, well, yeah. She says I'm not intentionally trying to hide information from you,
And I'm like,
that's
bullshit.
a lie. Yeah.
Bullshit.
and that was determined. That is a lie. So, what do I have to hide? I was a research tool in a facility.
You are a research tool in a facility that you remember nothing of. Do you even know if you're a research tool? I mean, like, it's one or the other.
Yeah, that's basically what I am.
Basically.
Listen, I like to think I'm more than that, personally. She's also she's showing a lot of sentience for a research tool.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's fair.
So yeah.
But sentience also comes with memory.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I'm just okay. So I've been intentionally cagey with you. I just don't know what I don't want I'm kind of at your all's mercy. So I don't know what I should say or what I can say or what to do because like you guys are like from everything I've heard, you guys are kind of big scary people, and I don't want anything. I don't want to be. I don't know. I don't want to be. I'm scared. Straight up. I don't know. My friend died, and then I had to be like whisked away to your bed, and then you kept me in a drawer. And I don't know.
Well, I mean, we could just like hand you over to somebody. Would you prefer?
See, that's not helping me. That's not making me feel safer. Thank you.
Well, like that's what I'm trying to say. Like we're obviously the most like the people who have acted like the best towards you.
No, I'm not saying
basically ever.
I'm not. Listen, it's not you guys. It's me.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
My
just,
God.
I not you. Yeah, she just did that. It's fine. It happened. The
Look, do you know where you came from?
I was. Yes, I do. Like I mostly know where I came from. It has been a long time. I am very old.
What are you?
I am.
So cute.
It's a complex question. I am awakening. I am knowledgeable. I've worked with a lot of very
These are all things you've told us before.
yeah. That's what
Looking for new information here.
I don't know what I told you what I was, huh?
Okay, look. So
Yeah.
I don't care. She's already like I already know at this point that she's been like lying or withholding a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
So my question here is that like she obviously does not she has not forgotten like all the people she's worked with at these places, what kind of stuff she's worked on. Like obviously it has been probably been very clear in our conversations with her that we are interested in the kind of things that she has been working on with the Kirin Tor or whoever she was with, because it may be useful in figuring out why people want her. So like that's the kind of information I want to get out of her.
Okay.
And if I know she's lying about it, I can just stick her back in the sock drawer.
With your dildos.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna kidnap this sentient being.
She's already kidnapped.
Okay.
There's really not much you can do about
Sure,
it.
yeah.
Let's be honest. I'm at least not threatening.
She'll
to
do.
crush her.
She'll do this. Okay. Like she doesn't know what information. Like there, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know what to tell you because I don't know what's relevant, what will make you happy. But
I think she should have a really good feeling for what kind of information we want.
Well,
considering
that's
how
what she's
much
about
we
to say. Like she saw you looking at your notebook.
Mm-hmm.
I can help you with that.
What that
summoning circle.
The summoning circle for the demon.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know about the combination of divine and arcane magic.
I know the arc. I'm solid on the arcane part. I don't I've got enough tertiary knowledge about divine to know the bits. I don't know how those. That's not my.
Okay.
That's not my end. But
Also out of character. Does my insight check carry on to all the stuff, or do I need to make repeated ones? How are you how are you using that rule?
Are you feeling squiggly about this?
Yes.
Then go ahead and give me a roll.
17.
She's definitely telling the truth.
Okay.
She hasn't worked with a lot of wizards and not a lot of clerics.
Okay.
So, in that sort of sense, but she knows she's she does know enough. Like it's one of those things where eventually you study long enough, you get some chocolate in your peanut butter.
I thought you were gonna say
okay.
chocolate in your something else.
It's a weird analogy, but go for it. Sure.
Yep.
It's a fucking it's a Reese's cup. It's a commercial from Reese's cup.
I don't do
Nobody.
commercials.
Nobody. Thank you.
I'm old
Of
enough.
course he knows.
Yeah. There's a Family Guy skit about it involving a car wreck. It was funny.
But wouldn't it be funnier if it was chocolate in your penis, really?
Why would I do that?
That was not what was going on.
Why would, but yeah, like she can help you.
Okay,
with
so
that.
so what does she know about the arcane portion of this?
Okay, so let me see it better.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah. So
sure.
So she goes over it, and what she's gonna give you is that it's half of something. It's a sigil. It's a teleportation sigil, but it's far more complex than one would typically do for this. So typically, what you would do, you'd be like, I'll put this in my house, and then somewhere else, and then I can go back and forth between those two places. That type of sigil does not work off of multiple planes.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been what she can generally suss out is that the outside divine part is plane shift and the inside part is a teleportation.
Okay.
Like the arcane part is a teleportation sigil. The outside part is plane shift.
Okay, so the divine part is plane shift.
Yeah. And she also mentions I don't think a cleric did that.
Okay.
Like that divine, like the plane shifting is generally not what you guys do.
Okay.
Planes aren't sort of your thing.
Right.
But so
When you say you guys, you mean the wizard part or the cleric part?
the cleric part.
Okay.
She thinks you're a cleric.
Oh,
for the most
okay,
part.
that's nice.
Like well, you present yourself like you wear a lot of religious paraphernalia.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I do have a hammer.
So, but so whatever that was, she doesn't know what. Like she wasn't casting the spell, so she has no idea what plane of existence it's going to. It's one of those things where you can't she wasn't the one doing it, so she's not the one who can figure out how to do it because it's one of those things where when you're putting the energy in, it could just go. When you activate it, you think about where you're gonna go.
Right.
But it seems like it was the other thing is this is a lot of energy.
Yeah.
To push through, so they were pulling something from somewhere.
Okay.
This is a lot of even just make these things work together is a lot of energy that even she specifically says I don't think 100 sorcerers could do this.
Okay.
You'd have to have just an insane amount of concentration and focused energy to even make this thing work, and that's probably why it didn't work. Is what she's saying. They probably shot way higher than they were capable of doing.
Okay.
So, or they had some other plan.
Right.
So I don't know if you explain. She tells you what this thing is. She doesn't know what the situation is.
No,
so.
she doesn't.
Yeah. So what she thinks is like these were some guys who were aiming like they aimed for the sun and they did not get there.
Okay. If I try to get her to so I still have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Especially since I know that she's lied before.
Mm-hmm.
That I'd really like to know, like, particularly what was the project she was working on before Reginald got her, or like was working with her, and which guild she was working with. Is she going to give me that information, or
she was working with Elder Tower.
She was working with Elder Tower. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was she working on?
Depends when and where, because she's
particularly right before Reginald.
Like right before Reginald, like Reginald died, or she ended up with Reginald.
Before she ended up with Reginald.
Oh, before she ended up with Reginald. What did you?
It's been broken for a while. I'll fix it.
The she was working on a project that was, so it's kind of lame. So they were trying to create a device that would essentially allow them to so agriculture right now is not it's not like factory farms at the level we are. We're fine. We've got enough. There's enough farmers to feed everybody. It's whatever. But wouldn't it be great if we could just treat we produce cars. Why can't we just do that? Why can't we fucking grow tomatoes the same way? Was the idea. And so she was helping them basically create not really magical hydroponics. The project here's the issue was that the project got scrapped because there was an incident of corporate espionage on the part of Glittering Oath kind of putting a spy in the ranks. And that's why we have sun tea makers.
Okay.
They used the technology that would have probably revolutionized agriculture to make a fancy sun tea maker.
Sounds like corporate America.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So.
Does she know of any other beings like her? Are there other repositories of helpful knowledge that the guild the Elder Tower uses? Is she literally the only one she knows of?
She's never met another one.
That doesn't answer the question.
Well, that's what she knows. She's not saying she was made.
Okay.
So the possibility is that somebody could have easily made. Well, not easily. It's not easy to make her, but.
Well, I mean, does she know how easy it is to make her?
She wasn't there when she was made.
So she doesn't know.
Yeah,
what does she know about her creation?
She knows that she was created by 6 powerful wizards. How
long ago?
2,500 years ago.
Okay.
She's very old.
Okay.
She was also created and they weren't. She was created by elves.
Okay.
This is way before elves integrated into the society that the ephemeral society.
Okay. Do I need to inside check this?
You can go ahead. Honestly, you can roll a dice anytime you want to. Yeah.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but I mean, so just out of character, I guess. So as a DM, there's my players can roll anytime they want. Mm-hmm. There's also I don't want my players rolling literally every sentence I say.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
So is it useful from? I mean, without you don't have. I mean, I could just roll. But should I be rolling every sentence?
Okay, so the origin story is right.
Okay.
She's not lying about the origin story.
Okay.
So.
But
I imagine that's not the part you're concerned
Yeah,
with.
that's just taking up miniature dentistry.
All right, this time it's only a 13.
Okay. She seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
She doesn't. But her theorem is I haven't ever met anything other like me before, but I was made, so it's logical that something like me could have also been made as well. She's putting out there there's probably something else. I just don't know what it is. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to, whenever we go to the empty lot, I'm taking her with us.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Sweet. That's gonna be cool.
She's
You're
bored.
just gonna put her in a bag?
No.
Or are you gonna perch her on your shoulder.
I mean, if it were up to me, I'd actually put her in the hammer, but I don't think I can do that yet.
It's like this big.
She's that big?
She's a big rock. Yeah.
Jeez, I thought she was like a hand-sized
Is she like Mary's
stone.
salt lamp?
Ryan is holding his
so what
hands
she is
roughly
like,
a foot
she's
apart.
Not, when I refer to her as a rock, that's like a. That's
Shoot, I was thinking like a
downplay.
gemstone that was like.
Have you seen a
She
10-pound salt lamp?
Okay, so think of a crack open like a geode and look at like an amethyst structure. Okay.
Okay.
So there's like a bunch of smaller crystals and then one big one that comes out.
Sure.
That's essentially what she looks like. And she's about this big around.
And his
about
hands
this
are
tall.
again about a foot
sure,
apart and
duct
about a
tape her
foot
to the
apart.
top of the hammer. Go for it.
Well, I was thinking she'd be
put her in a
forged into
baby-
a weapon. I'm just saying. Anyways.
No,
You could put her in
she's
a
definitely
baby
crystalline
Bjorn.
structure.
What?
Put her in a baby Bjorn.
I'd rather turn her into a Viking hat.
Can we just make beer out of her and be done with her?
You know, I'm this
On the dashboard
close.
of the van.
I'm so close.
Like put her on the dashboard of the van.
Like you know.
and like make like
Does that make the van sentient? Can we have this happen?
So it like
We have essentially, you know,
Like I was,
van kit.
like I was really hoping I could eventually make a weapon sentient, but I'll be happy to make the van sentient.
do we really want to make the van sentient? With
It'd be
her?
so much. I mean, like Scooby Van sentient.
Not with her. The Scooby van is not sentient.
Look, I'm at like the wit's end of my usefulness of this
Listen,
stupid
I'm-
rock. So
Then just leave her in your dildo drawer.
I'm just like I'm trying to
Oh
like
man,
be
guys, I'm so
helpful.
down for Fantasy Knight Rider though.
See, that was my point.
Yeah. Okay, so that's done.
Okay, so if she's really that big of like a stone or whatever, then yeah, she'll stay up on her shelf.
Well, I mean, she's about this, but you can put her in a bag if
Just
you want
chip
to
a
take
piece
her.
of her
But
off
it's
and
not-
take
We
it with
have
you.
a bag of holding.
That's also true.
It's actually a pretty good place because it's basically like deaf and mute until we pull her out. So
Oh my god.
it's only a small bit of hell. It's great.
Yeah.
And there's only a small chance that, she's destroyed.
We'll never
That's not
find
how-
her.
That's not how bags of holding
Is it
work.
not?
No.
No, if you think of what you're reaching for, you get it.
Yeah. Like
Where does it go?
dead, like alive things will definitely die in there.
There's no oxygen,
Right.
so.
Yeah, but she's not.
Where did it go?
She
I
doesn't have
mean,
to
is there
breathe.
no oxygen?
Nobody
If I just
knows.
like
It's
open the
called
bag and like
no.
swing it around the air a couple times, and like hook
Well,
up
the thing is,
oxygen?
it doesn't. All the items don't live together
in the
inside
same
of
place.
there.
Yeah, it's
The-
categorized.
So, okay.
All right, so she goes in the bag of holding.
Let's go. Let's roll up to this vacant lot, y'all.
I'm not gonna tell them.
I'm ready
Okay,
to kick
that's fine.
some ass.
You don't have to. Yeah. So I meet you guys at the bar. You guys roll out. It's like we're gonna say it's like 6:30 when you get there.
In the morning?
No, in the
Oh.
evening.
I don't
That's
wake up
like
6:30 in
really
the
late.
morning.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Thursday.
Court has work.
It's Thursday.
That's fair.
Yeah, sorry,
Actually,
I couldn't get out.
oh.
Some of us aren't unemployed.
Oh,
Oh damn! Jeez! Ooh.
Sick burn.
damn.
Hey,
Fuck,
it's okay,
guys,
my
Jesus,
partner's
okay.
unemployed.
Odo's gonna is groggy but rolls out with you guys too.
Dang.
She's just angry because Odo's also unemployed and just like.
Right?
lounging
Odo was
around.
never technically employed. They work for a nonprofit organization on the books.
I mean, that's so
I can be there
charming,
whenever,
though.
and I'm totally employed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So the-
Here, have a shot.
Damn, guys.
Let's go kick some ass.
Okay, so you guys roll up. It's a vacant.
So
it's
5
a,
drunk guys
it's a
in a
mostly
rock
vacant
show up
lot.
to a lot.
So you guys roll up. It's a chain link fence. It's kind of a dilapidated chain link. There's no holes in it, but it's rusty. It's been there for a hot minute. It looks like it's a completely flat thing where somebody has bulldozed it, and then nothing happened with that bulldozing. So now there's just shitty, scrubby grass growing there. It would be, I guess, if it wasn't the middle of winter. So there's dead grass, and it's the weather today is kind of shitty. It's not sleeting, but you know that it's not snow, but it's that shitty, mushy, slush.
Yeah.
That's what's happening today. So it sucks. And off in kind of not really the middle, but kind of off center. There's a trailer with a light on. In half the trailer is half the trailer's dark, and there's a light in one room, in the front door. So the front office essentially is on.
Anybody want to send?
Oh, I forgot. Hold on a second. And then on the front, like when you guys come up to the gate where you can like kind of enter into the facility, like it's locked, so you'd have to like either yell at somebody or climb over. There's a sign that says the future home, the future home of the Misatonic University.
Really?
God damn it.
No way.
And Seshmir's like, spring!
Look at Richard's face. He was so happy.
Does anybody want to send a familiar over there to look in the windows or something before we just...
Oh yeah, totally sending the familiar.
And can anybody jimmy this lock?
Odo. Everyone looks at Odo.
Shit. I
mean, I have a
that solves
hammer.
this problem for you guys. We'll call that plan B.
Technically,
Let's
I
save
could.
that.
I have a thing that would let me be proficient.
Yeah,
in
Odo
lockpicking.
pops that lock.
God damn it!
Okay.
I could have done it.
Familiar? Who wants to send a familiar to look in the window?
Dog's too big.
Okay.
As in dog form, I probably should ask that right
I'm
now.
gonna put it in dog form.
Okay.
It's more fun that way.
Okay, cool.
Please
Because it takes
tell
like
me
what, an hour or
someone is
something?
writing.
It only takes 10
Dog.
minutes.
10 minutes.
It
Okay.
takes a bit of gold, but it's 10 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes though can be
Forever.
It's
serious
a long
problem.
time. In initiative
in a
rounds.
pressure
It's a long
situation.
time.
Yeah. It's
And
like
mine can shapeshift
Yeah.
all the time. So
600 rounds. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, no, 10 minutes, long time in
Yeah.
initiative.
The Okay, so yeah, he's
invisible imp form.
Yeah. Okay. He flies up to the window.
Yeah.
There's a desk and
100 rounds.
Hmm?
Anyways.
yeah. So there's a desk and some guy, human guy, kind of heavy set, wearing like a button-down shirt with stripes. His feet, he's leaned back in the chair, feet up on the desk. He's like reading the paper. The door behind him is shut, but judging from like you guys can see, like his looks like the only office window that's like the only light in the building right now is his office. Because the imp could easily make a circle, so I'm just gonna give it to you.
Okay.
Do we
Okay.
want to search the office?
This sounds like a time for a zone of truth.
Okay, I was just gonna command him to sleep.
You'll need
but-
to get up there and do that because you can't. It doesn't move with you.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna command him to sleep, but if you want to get something out of him, we can also do that.
I was
I was
Should I
thinking
just go
knocking him
knock-
out and then looking through because he's a security guard. He's not gonna know Jack.
Should I just go knock on the door?
Oh my god.
I was gonna go knock on his head, but
Yeah, you're the most.
Well, you have to go in
memorable
the
of us.
building.
Well, she's not
at
in
some
fancy
point.
armor anymore.
Oh, she put on glasses, so she's Clark
Yeah.
Kent now.
Oh, you put glasses on, like.
where did Tessa go?
Shut
what's
up,
your
y'all.
What's your not Tessa name?
Tessa?
That's a really shitty identity. You need to figure it out.
Tessa.
That's my name,
Tessa.
bitch.
Damn!
No, like.
No, so there's Tessa Blackmore and Tessa White Plains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No one will
Um,
ever suspect.
No.
This is as subterfuge as I think Tessa can possibly
That's almost
get.
as bad as
I'll
Cara
just
Zor-El
go
and
knock on
Cara
the door.
Danvers.
Okay. He just like he doesn't even get up. He's just like open.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, he's like looks up from the papers like, oh, can I help you?
Um,
He was expecting somebody else who wasn't you. Yeah.
So
Really?
people are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hi.
You.
Folds his paper and like sits up like.
Hi. I'm looking for. Well. What am I looking for, guys?
Oh my god.
I thought you had a plan.
I know. We actually have a plan.
All right, hit him with
Did
something.
anyone go with Tessa?
No.
All right, somebody needs to save Tessa.
Uh,
Tessa needs an adult.
Look,
I'll follow him with her
I don't
clipboard.
have charisma. It's not great.
I'm gonna follow him.
You
with her
might
clipboard.
you might not
Okay.
recognize me, but because I'm wearing something
Gonna
different.
do
But
this.
I'm sorry I'm late. Sorry, didn't mean to leave you on your own here, Kisa. Sorry, late night building inspector. Needed to look at your records. Building inspector.
Do it.
All
Do
right.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll, please.
This is
Lizard man in an overcoat
This
and
is-
lady armor.
this is fucking happening.
17 plus 23.
Holy shit!
Hello, building inspector.
He's like,
You
so
even
he's
gonna
still,
try to oppose that?
huh?
You gonna try to oppose
It's
that?
that's not really how it works. But the So he's just not. I just don't think he's gonna hit it. Hold on a second. He could nat, I guess.
He's a
let's
bear,
see what he
bear
does.
of very little brain.
No.
He's like, okay.
He's still not like. Listen, he's not 100%. Like, he's still confused, but like, he's like, okay. Well, there's no. I don't know if you're aware, but there's no buildings here.
Yes, but you have to have your permits on file. This is a building site. Where are your permits?
Oh, I guess we have those. I mean, like, I'm just like the night watchman. I don't really, I can go look.
No, that's fine. Actually, if you just let me into the office, I'll take a look for them. Just get right down to the numbers that I need, and I'll be on my way.
I mean, I'm not supposed, I'm like, I can go back, I can probably find them, but I'll have to go look to, like, I can't, I don't think I can let you in I don't think I can do that.
Let you in the rest of the trailer?
But, yeah, like, I mean.
Apparently there's an office section that's closed off.
Oh.
Well, I mean, listen, would you want somebody to let people into your office when you aren't
Do you
there?
want me to just sleep?
Of course not. That's why we throw these surprise inspections, so you can't hide unwanted paperwork. So,
All right.
let me take a look.
I mean,
I'll be on my way.
I'm gonna command him to sleep.
Huh?
So you're going to,
are you convincing
So you're
him?
going to
Yeah,
impede
he's-
my investigation, is what you're saying.
No, listen, let
What
me
was
just
your
go.
name?
Look,
Huh?
Cora, at
What
least
was your
let them
name?
fail first.
He's definitely wearing a night, like, he's definitely kind of like wearing a name tag and is like this number.
We can get
Yeah,
whether
but
he's
it definitely
or
said
not.
Sam, like, at the time. Like, it's like, give me, listen, let me call my, let me call my supervisor real quick.
Nope.
Hey, Sam.
Where are you, third person who just showed
I
up?
said I walked in behind
Oh,
her
okay.
with the clipboard.
Mhm.
Hey, Sam, go to sleep.
Are you gonna cast sleep?
Yeah, well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
Sam
cast
doesn't-
command.
Command does
Nope.
not does
Get
not
one
sleep.
word and it works.
One
He
word.
casts-
Sleep.
No, sleep, you can't.
he doesn't immediately fall to sleep, but you can make him, like, do a thing.
You speak a one-word command
Actually-
to a creature,
Hold on.
or
Actually,
follow
this-
the command.
This may in fact be a loophole.
Oh,
Hold
that
on.
may be true.
Nope, there are
She has access
five
to
there
a
are
spell
5
called
commands
sleep.
listed here. There are 5 commands listed: approach, drop, flee,
It says
grovel, and
those are
halt.
examples, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
those are
none-
examples. Yeah.
None of
Yeah.
those change their physical state.
Yeah.
So
They
none of
are
like,
actions.
Yeah, you can't be like command word sneeze. Like that's not a. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You
Well,
could- listen.
I totally want that spell.
Fine, then I
You can make him do it. I'm not
That's
saying
top
you
of
can't
page
make him
command
do
him
it.
slapper.
to comply. That's
that's comply works.
Okay.
Or just Sam,
I was
I
like-
think you should listen to.
It has to
Okay,
be
yeah,
one
you can
word.
Jedi mind
it
trick
has
him
to
here.
be one word. If I need to burn a level 2 to make it a full.
Yeah. Comply.
Declaration.
Comply will work. I'll give you comply. I like that.
Okay.
Good use of a thesaurus. Like, Sam's like, oh, okay. And
I
he
just
like
do I need to
opens,
roll
like,
for this, or you just
Huh?
let me do it?
Oh wait, I forgot. Yeah, he has to
Yeah,
do
it's
a
gonna
thing.
be a wisdom-
What's his save?
Probably DC. What?
Wisdom save and
You're probably at 13 or 14.
12.
Make sure you're on the right page.
cleric versus tiefling. Yeah, I've got a 12.
Is it 12? Are you sure it's 12? Even
What's
after
your
you
wisdom
level up?
modifier?
Yeah. My wisdom modifier is plus 2.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
And your proficiency
Oh,
modifier
yeah, that's
is still
12.
plus 2? At level 4?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is still plus 2 at level 4.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 12.
Does he not do the thing? Crap.
We're gonna have to layer this.
Yeah, he does not do the thing.
All right.
He
So,
rolled like I was giving him no pluses. He rolled 12 on the die.
Okay.
So
Does he?
Wait.
Does he?
Do I have anything I can just fucking add to it?
Does he look like he's still just obviously not complying? or
well, you're not in the
anything?
room.
I'm not in the room. that's
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Look.
There's nothing I can do to make
All
it
we
go
need
higher.
to do is find your paperwork. This is completely routine.
Why is she trying? Like now he is definitely not.
Is he
believing you
loud?
anymore. Huh?
Is he being loud?
Okay. So you three who are in the room make a perception check.
4.
Jesus.
Tess is clueless. She's a bear of
She's
very
trying.
little.
So
Perception
Oh,
or insight?
bear of very little.
perception.
Perception.
12.
12. This is an environmental thing that's happening.
Bah, 9.
Okay.
God.
So he's like, listen, no. She tried to cast a spell on me, and he just stops talking, and his eyes get real wide, and you see like a little tuft of like blue hair behind him, and he's like, and like Odo leans out, he's like, listen, sir, if you like to keep these parts I've got the knife on, you're gonna comply with this, please.
Wow. I was gonna walk in and cast another spell, but I mean, if you want to do that.
Also, the door is open behind him. The door that he wasn't gonna go in. Odo just climbed through a window.
Maybe we should.
They don't know how
just
to do
let
things
Odo-
other than that.
We should just let Odo and I do
That's
this
what I-
thing
that's what I
and
rolled
go back
earlier,
to the
yeah.
bar.
Yeah.
Let's go
We
back
just
to the
get
bar,
shawarma.
have a good shawarma, and let Odo and I take care of it.
Could be.
So yeah, I was like, so, where's your paperwork, sir? So
I'll just go look.
he'll do it. Yeah, you guys can just go look
Yeah,
now.
we're just gonna
Yeah.
walk away now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we're just gonna hang out outside.
Dude, like Odo's like you're like walks him sort of toward the door. Is like, Orin, knock him out. Come here.
Can we knock him out?
Yeah. Odo is this tall. This guy's head's up here.
Oh, okay.
Odo has a knife to his dick.
Thump.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You thump it.
I thump him.
It's like I can't solve this.
I'm just
too
like-
sure to
I'm just
solve this
like,
problem right now.
okay.
I can solve this problem, but we maybe don't necessarily want to eviscerate this man. Like he's just a security guard.
Like, sorry, friend, I would give you a fair fighting chance sometime, but not right now.
Okay, we're gonna look around this office.
Yeah.
We're gonna investigate the shit out of this office.
Yes, we are.
All right.
We're
Can
gonna.
we
gonna go
aid his
throw-
investigation?
I
Yes, we
play
don't
fetch with
have
the dog.
investigation.
Okay. You're not gonna come into the office and look, or you're not.
They
Somebody
got
needs
it.
to keep
Okay.
It's a
watch.
small trailer. Like, I don't need to be in there right
Okay.
now.
So-
Can we aid his investigation somehow?
Well, yes.
It would give
Tell
him
me what
advantage.
you're doing before you roll dice. How are you doing this investigation? Where are you looking at?
I'm investigating.
There's like the main there's the main little front office, and then when you go into the hallway, there's like office, and then kind of like on the other side of the trailer wall, there's 3 offices, like 2 on opposite sides of where this little room is, and then 1 on the other side of the wall from this room.
Which one looks like the most like the boss's office?
There's only one with a plaque, and it says
That's a big ass trailer. I'm just saying.
We'll think like trailer.
they're not very big
Yeah.
rooms.
No.
Like, and it's
They're
like
gonna-
if you gutted a trailer and turned it into like just 4 rooms,
Yeah.
you could get quite a bit of room in there. Chaz Nakata is the name on the plaque.
Do I recognize
Shaz.
that name?
His name is
No, since he just made it up.
No, you don't, because I just made it up. And also, like, you know what? Go ahead, sure.
Keepers.
Yeah.
7.
No.
Third.
There'll be stuff to hit soon.
Tessa.
Ow!
Tessa
Damn.
don't. Tessa just think good, look real pretty.
Oh!
Tessa don't know things.
Nice flowers, though.
Nice flowers, thank you, eyes.
But yeah, the
Jeez.
so like what are you? So we're gonna go into Chaz's room first.
Oh.
Yes, we're gonna start
You
there.
need
Okay.
the distressed kitty ears that make you look sad.
I'm going through paperwork looking for generally
There, now you look
who's
sad.
paying for this site, when was the initial.
Well, the door's locked.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
Odo.
Hey, I can become proficient in unlocking a door.
Don't burn a spell
Save it.
slot.
It's
No,
not-
she's gonna
it's-
burn. She actually has the ability. Like, it's not a spell slot.
She can just learn to do
burn
anything
her-
at any time.
Yeah.
I mean, just let,
Actually, she can learn to do everything at any time.
just
Once
let
a day,
Odo
though.
do
Is
it.
it once a day?
No, it's once
No,
a
it's-
short rest because the
Yeah,
channel
it's
divine
your
ability.
It's your channel divine the energy.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
once a short rest. I have it too now.
Okay. You get it for like an hour though.
Save it for when we
For
really
10
Oh, it
minutes?
opens the lock. Huh?
For
10
10
minutes?
minutes.
Oh, that's
That's not
not
pretty
bad.
good.
I just want to prove that I don't need no man. I just choose to have a
We
partner.
know that you can.
Odo opens the lock. Like, okay, so
Odo's just
you go in
better.
there. It's so in there's a bookshelf. There's like a shitty IKEA bookshelf, filled with like folders and like trapper keepers and shit. Like a
Fantasy
shitty IKEA.
trapper
Yeah.
keepers.
There's like a shitty IKEA desk and like an office chair. So go ahead and roll me a thingy.
If we are assisting him,
Mm-hmm.
does that give him advantage? Even if we're bears of
Let's see if he needs it.
18.
He doesn't need it.
Oh, he's fine. Okay.
We'll do like if he needs it or not. Like we can do this after the fact.
Okay.
Unless it's something that's like you're under pressure or something
Yep.
like that. But so the first thing you notice, this is a really dusty office.
Yeah.
Like
Nobody's been here in a while.
No one has been here in a very long time. You open the books, like it's just like there's spreadsheets in there, but these numbers, like you can do some basic math on numbers. They're just numbers. They're like if somebody opens, it's like, oh yeah, there's numbers here. Sweet. Moving on. There's nothing in the desk. There's a nameplate. Like there's no name. Like there's just a name on the door. There's no nameplate here. It just looks like if you looked in the window, it would look like an office. That's all this is.
Okay. I just toss the stuff back, put it back in place, come out. Okay, that's a complete front. There's nothing real in there.
Okay. There's still 2 more rooms.
Yeah. Check the next room.
It's just like it's another basically fake office, and then the third room is like in the third room. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
21.
Oh Jesus. So initially it just looks
he does
like
this for
yeah.
a living.
It's
Initially it
almost
looks
like
like
this
just
is my
like a
job.
storage. Okay, so it's a storage closet. There's like other shitty IKEA desks in here, and like extra chairs and everything, and just shit piled to the ceiling. And it just seems like it's just garbage until like you step sort of in the like you move something, and you step on the floor, and it sounds different.
Okay, I start looking for a hidden trapdoor.
You start feeling around. You're like, okay, there's a trap door here because you can hear it. Like, because you're like, knock, knock, hollow, knock, knock, not hollow. But like, eventually you figure out like you're gonna like you just have to cut the carpet up.
Okay.
Like you cut the
I'm getting,
carpet
like,
up, and then
industry
there's
flashbacks from like Liz's like whatever she's doing.
Yeah. Did
and
I
it's
mention
not,
that Liz is
so
taking
when
up
you
amateur
when you
dentistry?
pull it up, you realize this isn't like a trap. There's not a trap door under this. There's just a hollow space under the floorboard. So you're gonna have to like get through it.
Hey,
I can punch it.
yeah, Tessa, come break this.
Strength check. 8.
Oh.
Tessa's having such a bad
I'm
night.
having a bad night.
So
Can I try-
Tessa, but like is like yeah, and it's like MMA like ground punches.
How far away is he?
Yeah, MMA ground punches.
I'm like
this
we're
thing.
outside.
I leans in from the
I'm
side.
like
and
I'm
is
like playing fetch with Kukulon.
and it's just like kind of like pushes you out and just like pulls out the sword and just like cuts through the middle of it, and then like a
Oh,
second
no.
one and like kicks through. Like,
See, how does it feel to get shown up
like-
by your
well, no, they just
significant
kick. They just like cut through it. and They're like, okay, go for it.
other? Oh, it's worse.
I was
serious.
well, I can't cut out like a perfect square. You can punch it now. It'll break better.
Did you just nerf this for me?
No, I was trying to look.
Fantasy nerf?
Look, I'm just trying to goddamn help y'all. Jesus! And just like storms out of the room.
She's gonna. Tessa's
You're in
gonna.
a fight now.
I'm gonna stomp it this time.
You're in a fight with your girlfriend, no.
16.
Yeah, you just like kick right through it. Like in your rage.
So apologize to I.
So I help you up out of the hole.
Yeah, you kind of go through it.
No, I didn't. Never mind.
Do we hear like the
Well,
the
I mean, if you're
Here's the
You
starting
like
a whole.
fall in all dumb, but you like whoa. You expected like okay to be something slightly under this. It's like if somebody put a trailer over a thing, you kick through the floor of the trailer, and then there's like nothing down there. You're gonna have to
Okay.
climb under the trailer essentially.
after hearing like the loud crashy banging, I'm gonna come in
Hey,
there.
somebody tie the guy up. Anybody want
Are
to
we-
tie
Odo's
him
like,
up?
hey. Odo's like, no, just put him in like. Odo's like, I've got a slightly better idea because he was waiting on somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we
What
gonna
is
address the
it
fact
with
that he
all
was
these
aggressive?
little people not trusting my judgment? I'm having a bad night.
That was
I'm not
problematic.
saying- no, listen,
That was
look,
problematic.
Odo's like,
you
listen,
call them
okay.
little people?
It was really
For
racist.
one, that was really mean. But two, listen, I understand.
He was waiting for someone.
He was.
The
I
guard was
was
waiting
I was
for
gonna bring
somebody.
it up.
Do tie him up. But we probably need to leave somebody at the desk.
Oh, do I get to like beat someone when they come in the door?
No, Odo's suggesting that they do that
Oh, okay.
because you guys are the PCs.
Oh, I suppose we could leave Odo. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's having more success in like actually following this plotline than we are. So
It's true.
Maybe it's almost like
Tessa
Odo's
gets
run by
upset
the
and says
DM.
things she doesn't mean.
Oh.
Oh.
Tessa like roses though.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't roses. No, it's fine. Okay.
Do you mention that?
I haven't had a chance to talk to them alone yet.
That's fair. Okay. But yeah. Odo's like, listen, tie him up, put him in a back office. What?
I'm gonna put my familiar circling above the site.
Okay, cool. Like they're just gonna be like they're not gonna go down with you.
No, they're gonna be circling above.
Okay, cool.
Visible,
Cool.
watching.
All right, because they can communicate to you now.
Yep.
From like large distances. So yeah. So Odo's like, I'll watch the desk. I generally assume I can handle whatever rent-a-guard comes through.
All right, well I'm gonna give him a little hug and say be careful. Like I'm gonna lose my partner now.
They're gonna be fine.
Goodbye, please don't die.
No.
Which is what we basically say to each other all the time. Bye, please don't die.
So so you guys are gonna crawl under this trailer?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
So it's gross because it's like wet and muddy, but under this section of the trailer, so you can tell like the weird thing is like they kind of built up a bit of a foundation under this trailer, except for where you're at, and there's like a big. It's not like it's weird because this is a worked iron like thing with a lock on it essentially. Like a manhole cover if you could lock a manhole cover.
Okay. Underground facility.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't somebody mock my idea of an underground facility?
I was just like... Listen, I don't know how they built it. There ain't never been no...
Tessa smart sometimes.
Tessa knows something.
I kind of looks at like after the little outburst, they go, and just like take their sword out and like hit the just cut the lock off the thing.
I wonder if they put an actual
God, that
contractor
was
sword
really
who did
sexy.
this, because we told him to do this under the bar.
We need a bat cave.
Tessa's swooning over here about the log being cut.
So yeah, so they cut the lock off and they're like, shall we? And it's like they go to pull it up and then they realize that they're a halfling. And they're like, oh,
I'll pull it up.
She has a hernia.
Pull.
They get a
Tessa
hernia.
pull.
yeah, it opens. Yeah, it's
Tessa
hard.
pulled door
It's a
now.
little hard. I'm not gonna make you guys make a million strength checks to open this up. It's not easy to open because it's like rusted shut. So when you open it up, it leads into like it's like if you opened a cellar door.
Yep.
It's a set of stairs. When you go down the set of stairs, it's hella dark. BT dubs.
Light.
Yeah.
I can see without it.
I could
Yeah,
see
I just-
that too.
Yeah, I just assumed that you
can't.
guys could just.
We just
I have a
link
cantrip.
arms and skip off
I'm never
into the
gonna fucking
darkness.
run this unless like
Yeah.
it's a situation where you don't want to have light or something.
Yeah.
That needs to get away from me.
So when you cast light, you can see
We
going
actually
kind
bought
of
some
far
alcohol
down.
from the bar.
It's like a series of like scaffolding
Why
style
do you have
staircases
headphones?
that go like down, then cross back, then down,
Mine
then
might
cross
just crumble.
back, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Your
And
classic rickety into the dark.
yeah,
Yeah.
but these look like these were installed in here at some point. Probably roughly when the door was installed.
You know, stairs are also installed in all the murder basements that people go into. Just
Sure.
saying.
So you go down it probably like, I don't know, not even like a minute. You guys are just kind of hustling down the stairs. It's this chamber is this like set in like not really like a concrete thing, but like it's definitely been like worked into here. And then those stairs stop. Like they come to a stop at a different set of stairs.
And these stairs look like...
It's a spiral staircase, but it goes the opposite direction of what you expect a spiral staircase to go.
So up instead of
up?
down, or
Huh?
No. Instead of circling this way, it circles this way.
This way.
Yep.
It circles the opposite. Like these weren't built it wasn't built in a defensive system.
Yep.
It's purely aesthetic. But they also are stone stairs. These are not like scaffolding stairs that were built into the ground.
Do they look worn and old?
They look old for sure.
Okay.
So, just keep going down, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you don't go down too much further. You're probably only like 3 stories down. Like it's like 2 stories of rickety scaffolding stairs
You
and
should probably
1
keep
story.
your like detect evil or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna
going.
put the divine sense on.
I feel like you're gonna be blinded in a second
What is
here.
the range?
Within 60 feet, detect presence of undead, celestial, or fiend. Also detect consecrated or
Or fae.
desecrated object or place. Mine does not say fae.
Oh really? Oh, because it's only evil, I guess. No,
It's
because
actually
that's
none of those
celestials
things.
too.
Undead, celestial, or
Yeah,
fiend.
this is
Weird.
none of those things. You don't pick up anything.
That's weird. All the other
It's not consecrated
It's
or
weird because all the other
desecrated,
protection from
'cause
good
it's
and
just
evil
round,
spells.
and you don't pick up any demons.
And no undead, celestial, or fiends.
No, not in 60 feet, I guess. At least.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
um,
I'll just keep going.
cool. How long is the
How long,
concentration?
how
just
long
lasts?
is it? I need a player's handbook.
How long is the?
How
Spell
long
last.
does divine sense last?
So I thought last time we determined it was like a
It's like a ping. It's not
yeah.
like a.
It's like
hell.
like a radar peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bing.
If it's not, I'm not saying it has to be.
Continue while I look this
Yeah.
thing up.
Did you
Please
just
don't.
locate something?
No.
Right. Just distinctly did not locate anything. Also eating the salsa ad hoc.
Is it good?
Until the end of your next turn.
So not very
So
Yeah,
it's so
It's
it's,
just
a
a
very.
ping. It's a ping,
It's a ping.
but it's
So-
also at will, right? Like it's not a once per day or anything.
Well, I have it. I can use it 4 times per long rest.
Okay.
Nice. So,
I can detect magic basically at will as long as I have a minute to cast.
so as you descend down, you come to like a big wooden door, and it's got a lot of the same symbology that you've seen. Symbology word is probably a word. It's my world.
Symbolism.
Symbolism.
Symbology works.
Okay, so before we open or enter this door, I would like
Well,
to.
it's got a lot of the same
Hey.
visual elements as all those. You don't see a face, but it's all those like the writhing mass sort of vibe.
So
Also, it's the same wood.
Yeah, I would like to detect magic.
this is a keeper's facility.
I know. I'm feeling a little strange about this.
Hey, turns out keepers
Oh,
and
really?
necromancers all along.
says so this is the part that's making that's what's making you feel strange about this, not the.
Well, like weird underground.
She's like looking at this door like, fuck, Jesus, what?
But like weird underground storage of things they have confiscated from necromantic cults makes sense. Weird underground storage of things they have confiscated from necromantic cults that also have the symbology of those necromantic cults is weird.
You know what else is fucking with my very little brain right now? Why anybody would fill out an actual receipt for this to be for an item to be
Well,
transferred,
bureaucracy is bureaucracy.
Yeah.
It is.
unless it's a twap. It's a twap.
Well, detect magic.
That's magic as fuck.
That's good. It's good to know. What kind of magic?
Oddly enough, not necromancy. It is heavy illusion magic. You get like a lot of illusion magic, and you get what school controls the teleporting? Whatever that school is. We'll, we'll save some.
I think it's usually conjuration.
Yeah, that makes sense. That also makes sense for other elements. So yeah, it's definitely conjuration.
You said illusion?
Illusion magic.
Knowing that there's illusion magic involved, I would like to try to make. Usually, illusion magics are standard like perception saves to see if I can like dispel illusions, because I know they're there now.
Right.
That's
What's
still
the
a
range
tough-
on detect magic?
30 feet.
So here's the is it just light up things? Right. That's the idea. Like
It doesn't
outline?
really say exactly how it envisions it. It basically says that I detect any magical thing
Okay.
within 30 feet and what.
How do
it's
you
from.
feel like it looks to you? Because you see it in your head. Obviously, no one else does.
I
How do you
mean-
think it looks when you do it?
I would say, I mean, if according to the spell, I would see literally, I would be able to pinpoint everything within 30 feet that's magic. So I would imagine like little faint auras of color,
Okay.
or something.
This is a wall.
Just the whole wall.
It's like a wave.
and that's all
It's
illusion
like you
and
looked at a
conjuration.
tsunami of aura. It's in your entire visual range past this door. It's like a wave crashing
have
down,
dispel
and it
magic?
moves too.
I'm sure I do, but it's not.
Yeah, it's moving.
Towards us?
Like it. No, it's like undulating, like a tide.
Like if we open this door,
No,
we
I
come
have
out.
detect magic.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just kind of like
Like if we open the door, we
writhing,
get
I guess,
sucked
is a
in.
better
But
way.
also, I don't have any of those kind of things equipped.
God damn it.
You should start there because you'll start with "God damn it." It'll be great.
That would be a good place to start the whole.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in. Alright.